Johnny Dollar.
Hi there, Johnny. This is Helen Daner.
Helen Daner?
That's right. I live out here in Morro Bay, California.
I see.
Insurance with one of the companies you represent, the Greater Southwest Insurance Company.
Oh, yeah, I do a lot of work for them.
But also, Johnny, do you mind if I call you Johnny?
Well, no, not at all, Miss Daner. Or is it Mrs.?
It's Miss. Or better still, just Helen. As I started to say, I not only have that insurance, but, Johnny, I never miss that radio program of yours where you tell all about those exciting cases you solve. Sometimes I just don't see how you do it.
Well, I hope you never find out about the ones I miss out on. But now, Miss Daner...
I don't think I've missed a single one of your programs.
Good.
I'm your most loyal listener, and I think you're wonderful.
Well, thanks.
And that's why I'm calling you instead of the police about this.
Well, look, Miss Daner, Oh?
Yes.
Calling about what?
Johnny, if the police weren't able to nab them, isn't that what you say, nab them?
Yeah, sure, but go on.
Well, Johnny, these terrible people might suspect that I'm the one who told the police about them.
What people, Miss Daner?
And if that happened, well, I guess you can just imagine what they might do to me.
Well, who are these people you're talking about, and just what is it they're up to?
All right, Johnny. Now listen carefully.
Yeah. Yes? Miss Daner? Hello? 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 Oh, come on now, Dollar. Don't be a sucker for a... And yet... I wonder...
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, Home Office, Los Angeles, California. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Big H matter. Expense account item 1275, long-distance telephone call to Hollywood 82124. That is to say, the office of Royal J. Harkins, contact man at Greater Southwest Insurance in Los Angeles. It was late in the day, but luckily he was still in his office.
Nice to hear from you again, Johnny. What can I do for you?
Roy, I'm putting this call on expense account.
Oh?
But that ain't all. If I could make connections down to New York, well, let's see. There's a plane leaving for the West Coast a little after midnight, so I'd arrive in L.A. early in the morning.
You coming out here?
Unless somebody's been pulling my leg. Roy, do you have a policy holder named Helen Daner?
Yes,
somewhere up
we certainly do.
Well, now, what's that mean?
She's an elderly woman, a spinster, who lives up in the little town of Morro Bay. That's about 200 miles north of here. Johnny, she called this office early this afternoon. She demanded your phone number there in Hartford.
And?
Well, I didn't give it to her.
Why not?
Because she wouldn't say why she wanted to get in touch with you.
Oh, fine.
And knowing how busy you always are, well... But then, just a few minutes ago, I began to wonder about it.
Yes?
Well, after all, if she wanted to contact you about some insurance matter...
Yeah.
What?
Well, did you call her back?
Yes, since we handle all her insurance. That is, I tried to, but I got no answer.
Then, Roy, I'm going to grab that plane I was talking about.
Well, now, wait. Did she get to you? Did you talk to her?
Yes.
And it has something to do with her insurance?
Plenty. So I'm flying out there, Roy, at your company's expense.
Now, just a minute,
Unless,
Johnny.
of course, you'd rather pay off her insurance to some beneficiary.
Johnny.
Then just be sure to have a rental car waiting for me when I pull into the airport. Item 2, 162.85 plane fare. The big mainliner took off from New York's International Airport promptly at 12:30 a.m. At 6:30 Pacific time, I stepped off the plane at L.A. International.
Dollar, oh, this way.
Oh, hi, Roy. I didn't exactly expect you to be here in person this early in the morning.
Well, I am. I've got a rental car ready and waiting for you out at the curb.
Good, good.
But listen, you still haven't told me what this is all about.
Because I'm not too sure myself.
But you sounded over the phone as though something's happened to the old lady.
Miss Helen Dana, I mean.
That's exactly the way I meant it to sound.
And since I still haven't been able to get her on the telephone... Well, what's happened to her?
I don't know. This my car?
That's right. Oh, start making some sense, will you?
I wish I could.
Well, do you actually know that something's happened to Miss Dana?
Nope. But if it hasn't, I've got to do everything I can to prevent it.
Johnny, prevent what?
Royal, I only wish I knew.
Johnny! Johnny!
Thanks to an excellent highway and light traffic, I made good time through Santa Monica, then Santa Barbara, even past the famous Pismo Beach. It was just afternoon when I pulled into Morro Bay. When I stopped for gas, that's item 3, 420, I looked up Miss Helen Dana's address in the local phone book. It turned out to be a modest little frame house about half a mile south of Morro Rock on the landward side of the bay. It had some nice, well-kept flower beds in front, and at the back I could see a small, rather decrepit dock that stuck out into the bay. A brand-new, expensive automobile was parked in the street in front of the place. Hardly the kind of car you'd expect a sweet old lady to be driving along. Well, there was only one way to find out.
Yes?
Miss Helen Dana?
No, I'm Bessie Dana, Helen's sister. And who are you, young man?
Johnny Dollar. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut. Is your sister...
Oh, yes. I've heard Helen speak of you. You're an old friend of hers, aren't you?
Well, yes, I guess
Won't you come in?
Well, is she here, Miss Dana?
Well, she ought to be back from the market any minute.
The market?
But she hasn't been at all well, you know. That's why I've come to live with her, sort of take care of her.
I see.
But I did think it was all right to let her walk down to the market this morning. Would you like to come in and wait for her?
Which market, Miss Dana?
Well, it's the first one down the street. Now, do you see it? That little supermarket just 2 blocks away.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So if you'd like to come in and wait...
No, thanks. I'll pick her up there.
Well, but Mr. Dollar...
Thank you very much.
Mr. Dollar...
There was something very funny here, but I wasn't sure just what. Or maybe I'd just fallen for some gag on the part of a fan on my radio program who wanted to see her favorite hero in person. In any event, there was one sure way to find out, from Miss Helen Dana herself. And if she was still at the market. But as it turned out, I got that well-known kick in the face.
Why, of course I know Miss Eleanor well, sir.
Then will you please point her out to me?
Miss Helen Dana?
That's right.
Oh, but she isn't here, sir.
Oh. Then perhaps she went to some other store.
Most certainly not, sir.
What?
We deliver everything that she orders to her little house up the street.
Well, that still doesn't prove
Well, you
anything.
see, Miss Helen hasn't been out of that house for weeks, hasn't budged.
You're sure of that?
Why, of course I'm... Why, what's the matter, sir?
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Big H Matter.
If old Miss Helen Dana, who telephoned me in Hartford, asked me to come out here to Morro Bay in California, if Miss Dana hadn't budged from her little house in weeks, why had her sister told me she was at the market? Could all this somehow tie in with the terrible people she tried to tell me about on the telephone? I jumped into my car and drove back to the little home on the bay.
Mr. Dollar.
That's right. Now, where is Helen Dana?
Oh, sister came back while you were gone.
Came back? Without my seeing her? Now, listen, I was...
Yes?
Well, the manager of that market said she hasn't been out of this house for weeks.
What? Oh, you must have gone to the supermarket.
Well, where else?
And just because she isn't shopping there anymore...
Oh, now, look, Miss Dana, you told me...
Won't you come in? I think she'll be terribly disappointed if you don't. You see, she's told me all about you now.
In the couple of minutes I was away from here?
An insurance investigator. I think it's awfully thrilling. But now come in and see her. I think she's been kind of expecting you.
Yeah. And if you'd like to know what I think, Miss... Good Lord. In the middle of the tiny living room was a heavy oaken armchair. Sitting in it, tied down to it, was a sweet-looking gray-haired lady of maybe 70 or 75. A handkerchief was lashed tightly across her mouth, and the eyes behind her old-fashioned steel-rimmed glasses were filled with tears and a look of utter despair. I swung around to her so-called sister and was struck by two things. She seemed to have suddenly lost about 20 years. Her face wore an unpleasant smirk, and in her right hand was a .38 aimed at me.
Don't move, Mr. Dollar. This gun is not only loaded, but cocked, and it has a hair trigger. Stand perfectly still, because it'll be right in the middle of your back. So, while I take away your gun... All right. Now, sit over there in that chair against the wall. You'd better do as I say, Mr. Dollar. Now, we may have to wait a little while, so get one thing straight. Any move, any tricks, and I pull this trigger.
Mind telling me what we're waiting for?
You'll see.
And why you've tied her up that way? That is Helen Daner, isn't it?
Why, what's the matter, honey? Getting a little short of breath with that gag in your mouth? Well, then why don't I take it out for you? No, Dollar. Not a single move.
Just crossing my legs.
Sure. Here now, honey. Don't want you to conk out on it. After all, you may be of some use before we're through with this caper. There you are.
Johnny, I don't know what. These terrible people, they sneaked in while I was phoning you.
Yeah, Helen, I guessed that.
If only you hadn't come, but I thought maybe. They're smugglers, Johnny, of the worst possible kind.
You tell them, honey. It'll help to kill time while we're waiting for Pete and Dollar.
Okay.
They're smuggling in narcotics, heroin, from the way down in Mexico.
Oh, pretty smart picking a spot as far up the coast as this.
If only I'd known when this man Pete asked if he could use my dock. He said it was to tie up his boat at night when he came in from fishing.
How did you get onto them, Helen?
When they saw I turned my lights out so early every night, they thought I was asleep. That I wouldn't notice he wasn't taking fish off his boat, but little cans of heroin.
Heroin?
Then Bessie here, who can look so sweet when she wants to.
Why, Helen, I thought I was pretty sweet.
Then Bessie would meet him with her car.
How did you know it's heroin?
Because they told me they'd use it on me if I don't behave myself.
Which is a lot better than you'll get, Dollar.
And besides, Johnny.
Yeah.
I found a little of it that was spilled on the dock. And I remembered how you described it once when you caught a man bringing in the terrible stuff.
Yeah, she's a real smart old biddy. Except when she phoned to you, Dollar, and we caught her at it. We can handle her all right. With a little H in her veins, we can even let the neighbors see her now and then. And with me acting as her sister, taking care of her. Oh, listen, here he comes now from the dock. Just relax, Dollar.
Well, what a charming little party.
Johnny, this is...
Nice work, Bessie. Dollar, huh?
That's right. You want to take care of him, Pete?
So you made the mistake of coming out here. Believe me, mister, it was a mistake.
I said, are you going to take care of him?
Why, of course, right away. We don't want him lying around here. Which is to say, Dollar, we're going to do something I haven't thought of since the old days in Chicago. You and I are going to take a little ride.
Well, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Take a little ride, huh?
That's right.
Chicago style.
Exactly, Dollar.
Oh, no, Johnny, don't you see what that means? He's going to take
All right, honey. Just keep out of this.
No, I won't. Pete's going to kill him.
That's right. Now, shut up.
Oh, now, just a
Dollar.
minute.
Sit down. Bessie, be sure you keep the gun on him.
Oh, don't worry, Pete. If I had a silencer, though, I'd get rid of him here and now.
Has it occurred to you, Pete, that I may have left word with them that if I'm not heard from...
Now, don't try to be cute, Dollar. Sure, it occurred to me. I dismissed it. For the simple reason that you couldn't possibly have had any reason to know what you were getting into out here. so forget it.
What are you going to do with him, Pete?
Well, whatever it is, we'll have to wait till after dark, when this one-horse town closes up for the night.
Well, then what?
Well, I've got to be sure the Dollar's body won't be found until
Shut up.
until we're through with this operation. That means a week or... Wait, I got it.
What, Pete?
Up on Cayucas Beach.
Cayucas?
Yeah, that little town 5 or 6 miles north of here. There's a big pile of rocks, a big cave in them. Nobody'd ever think of looking in there. So, as soon as... Oh, what are you doing?
Just digging out a cigarette, if you don't mind.
No, sure, go ahead. But this is one time the condemned man won't enjoy a hearty meal.
Johnny, isn't there anything? To think I got you into this.
I told you to shut up.
Listen, I told you.
Oh, no, you don't.
Finish him off, Pete.
No. No, we'll wait for dark and do it right.
I guess he had really slugged me, because by the time I fully came to, it was night. I was in the back seat of a car driving along the highway beside the ocean. Pete was at the wheel. Beside him, leaning over the back of the seat watching me, was Bessie. And the .38 in her hand was aimed straight at my head.
You're sure the old lady won't be able to work herself loose, Bessie?
I'm sure. If we'd had any sense, Pete, we would have brought her along on this ride, too. It would have saved us a lot of trouble. Oh, so you've woke up, Dollar.
Yeah.
Just stay put in that back seat. Any funny business? Now, I said any funny business.
Just trying to dig out a cigarette.
Stay back in that seat.
Yeah. She didn't take her eyes off me for a second, or the gun either. As clumsily as possible, I struggled with a pack of cigarettes, rolling and squeezing it, and hoping the tobacco was plenty dry. Then, having apparently failed to pull out a cigarette, I turned the pack upside down over my hand. And the fine tobacco poured into it. I took a deep breath.
What's the matter, Dollar? You need some help with that. Oh, no, my eyes!
Hey!
My eyes! Oh!
Instinctively, she dropped the gun, put her hands to her eyes, now filled with tobacco dust. With what little strength I had, I picked up the gun and slammed it against the side of Pete's head. It was a commercial trucker driving one of those big interstate trailer jobs who pulled off the highway to give us a hand. Yeah, somehow those boys are always around when you need them. And he used his head. When he found my credentials in my pocket, he saw the whole picture in a flash. So he hailed down the first police car that came along and turned both Pete and Bessie over to them. Miss Helen Daner? Bless her heart. The spunky little old character was tickled pink to be involved in the whole thing. Yeah, she just can't wait to go to court and testify against those two. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford, $447.45. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, well, so help me, it's the wildest case I ever got messed up with. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Peggy Weber, Virginia Gregg, Bartlett Robinson, Joseph Kearns, and Russell Thorson. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Carol Carson, Mr. Dollar.
Oh.
You don't know me, and I'm sorry to be calling so late.
But what time is it, anyway?
About 1 a.m. A friend of yours, Mr. Ralston, mentioned your name to me yesterday.
What, Ralston?
He said you were here in New York for the weekend and mentioned your hotel.
Look, Miss Carson, is it?
Yes, Carol Carson.
Yeah, it's nice talking to you and all that, but it is rather late.
When I realized what had happened a few moments ago, you were the first person I thought of. Maybe you can help me, Mr. Dollar. I need help badly.
What's the trouble?
I'm at the apartment of Everett Reed on East 67th. Could you come over?
Any particular reason?
Yes. I think I've just killed him, Mr. Dollar.
I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey, in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly,
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Deadly Doubt matter. Expense account item 1, $1.80, cab from my hotel to the apartment of Everett Reed on East 67th. Carol Carson was waiting for me at the door. She looked sort of dazed as she pointed to a body on the floor.
He's dead, Mr. Dollar.
Everett Reed, let's see.
Yes. This is his apartment.
You said over the phone you thought you'd kill him. Well, he's dead, all right.
That's not what I meant. I meant I thought I was the one who killed him. I'm not sure.
Oh?
I don't know. Doesn't seem to matter. He's dead. I guess that's all that matters. He's dead.
Come on, now, get hold of yourself, Carol.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not making much sense. I feel sort of funny, lightheaded.
All right, yeah. Better sit down.
Thanks.
Now, why don't you start at the beginning?
All right. I came to see Everett tonight about 11 o'clock, I guess.
He was a friend of yours?
No. He sent for me, and I had to come.
Mind telling me why?
He insisted that I have a drink with him. Then I started to feel funny.
How so?
Dizzy. I had to get some air.
You think there was something in the drink?
There must have been. He didn't want me to leave, but I had to.
What time was that?
Around 11:30, I think, a little before, maybe.
Go on.
I wandered around the streets. I was in kind of a daze.
How long were you wandering around?
It seemed like a long time.
Then what?
I came back here to the apartment. I had a terrible headache. I remember walking in the door and... Well, that's all.
That's all? What do you mean, that's all?
That's all I remember. I must have passed out. When I came to, I was lying on the floor, and that gun was near my hand. In front of me was... That's when I called you.
That's all you can tell me?
I'm afraid so. It isn't much, is it?
It sure isn't.
Mr. Dollar, I can't believe I killed him. I couldn't have...
Now, look, Carol. You say you left this apartment a little before 11:30. The police medical examiner will be able to tell the approximate time of death. If you weren't here at that time...
But that's just it, Mr. Dollar. I don't know how long I was on the streets. It seemed like a long time, but... Well, my head was spinning and everything was pretty hazy.
Now, look, you gotta remember where you went. Try to think.
Oh, it's no good. Wait. Coffee. A cup of coffee.
You stopped somewhere for a cup of coffee?
I think so.
Where?
I remember a neon sign on 3rd Avenue.
Oh, you gotta do better than that.
That's all I remember.
Did you talk to anyone while you were walking around?
I don't... Yes. Yes. Somebody was following me, I think. A man. He was following me for quite a while. He told me his name. Ted? No, Tom. Yes, it was Tom.
What did he look like?
Curly hair, I remember that. Dark eyes.
Oh, look, that description fits thousands of guys in New York.
I know, Mr. Dollar. The whole story, well, it doesn't sound very convincing, does it?
I called Detective Lieutenant Mike Tovich of Homicide, and he was there 10 minutes later. He was still questioning her when I left. Item 2, $1 drinks for me while I thought about the whole deal. Of all the guys in New York, why did she have to pick on me? But yeah, I'd do what I could to help her. Because that story of hers, it sounded so phony. It just might be true.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Deadly Doubt Matter.
Item 3, $2.20, a telephone call to Pat McCracken at Universal Adjustment Bureau. Yeah, Everett Reed had been insured by one of Universal's member companies, so I got myself officially assigned to the case. Then I went to work, checking out Carol Carson's story, what there was of it, and it wasn't much. All she'd remembered was wandering around the streets, getting a cup of coffee somewhere on 3rd Avenue, and being followed by a guy named Tom. I started checking every joint on 3rd Avenue from 60th to 70th Streets. An hour and a half later, I hit pay dirt at Eddie's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, I think I remember all right.
Carson. Carol Carson.
Her name don't mean nothing, but from the description you give me, yeah, sure, I remember now. I remember thinking she looked kind of funny when she walked in, like she was in a daze or something.
All right. Now, what time was it when she came in here?
I don't know, 2 or 3 hours ago.
That's not good enough. Was it 11? 11:30? Midnight? Well, what?
Well, make it around midnight, maybe.
Was she home?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Well, as far as I can remember, I kind of remember somebody in the doorway after she come in, but I didn't know if it was somebody with her or not.
All right, what happened then?
So she asked for a cup of coffee, so I poured it and set it down in front of her, so she left.
She what?
Yeah, got up and left, still acting sort of funny.
I see. How much of her time can you account for then?
Huh?
I mean, how long was she here in your place?
No more than about 1 minute, Mac.
Oh, great. Item 4, $1.80, cab fare to police headquarters and Lieutenant Mike Tovich in Homicide.
Look, Johnny, you're not trying to tell me I should buy an alibi like Carol Carson's, are you?
So it is pretty vague, Mike. Vague enough to be true. At least she was telling the truth about going into that joint on 3rd Avenue for a cup of coffee.
So she's covered for 1 minute out of 2 hours.
2 hours?
She said she went to Reed's apartment about 11 o'clock.
Right.
The medical examiner says time of Reed's death was between 11:30 and 12:30. She called you at 1 o'clock.
But if she can prove she was out of that apartment for that hour...
She's only proved she was out of it for a minute plus the time it took to get to 3rd Avenue and back. Say, 5 minutes each way. That'd still give her plenty of time to kill him.
But if we could find this guy named Tom she says that was following her around, maybe he could prove she was out of the apartment during the time of the murder.
Oh, sure. That was a real helpful description she gave us. Curly hair and dark eyes.
Yeah.
Look, Johnny, so you're taking a liking to her. That's too bad, but don't let it make a fool out of you.
Mike, did Carol tell you why she went to Reed's apartment?
No, she wouldn't talk about it. She also wouldn't explain a lump she has on the side of her head.
Lump she has?
Yeah, we think she got it fighting with Reed.
What do you know about him?
Bad boy. A big gambler. And the way we heard, he'd been winning pretty big lately.
Maybe somebody he won from couldn't pay off, except with a bullet.
Yeah, maybe anything, Johnny. Prove it, and I'll listen.
Who did Reed run around with, you know?
Usual crowd, Johnny. Jack Vissel, that outfit.
Vissel, huh? Now, if Reed won a lot of money from him...
Like I say, Johnny, anything you can prove.
Yeah.
Come in.
Lieutenant Tovich?
That's right.
I'm Larry Bowman. I want to know what's going on with Carol Carson.
Oh? What's it to you, Mr. Bowman?
She's my fiancée, and you've got her locked up.
That's right. Suspicion of murder.
Oh, that's ridiculous. She didn't kill anybody, and you know it.
Look, Mr. Bowman, if I knew it, she wouldn't be locked up, would she? Now, maybe you can tell us why she went to this Everett Reed's apartment last night.
I don't know why she went, and I don't propose to ask her either. I trust her, Lieutenant. And if she went to see him, she had good reason.
But Carol's not the kind who could kill anybody. You must have realized that just talking to her.
The main thing that I realize is that my personal opinion is beside the point, Bowman.
Look, the thing we need to know is if Carol was away from Reed's apartment for almost an hour and a half, like she seems to think she was, walking around the streets.
Why didn't you say that sooner? I can prove she was.
How?
I was with her.
Oh? Funny, she didn't mention it.
She was probably confused.
You sure you're not the one who was confused?
Now, look, I tell you, I was with her.
Okay. Where were you?
On the street.
What street?
Well, I don't remember. 68th Street, I think.
That's not the street Carol says she was on.
As I say, she was probably confused.
Where'd you go?
To a bar.
What'd you have to drink?
Oh, Carol, too?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh, you're fighting a losing battle, Bowen. Carol says she had a cup of coffee on 3rd Avenue and that a guy named Tom was following her.
Now, listen,
You told us enough, Bowman. I can't blame you too much for trying, I guess, but it won't work. You weren't with Carol and you know it.
I know she didn't kill him.
You mean you hope she didn't? When it comes to knowing, right now every bit of evidence we got says she did. And we've got nothing that says she didn't.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Deadly Doubt Matter.
Item 5, 30 cents, coffee for Larry Bowman and me at a little joint around the corner.
Lieutenant Tobich can talk about evidence until he's blue in the face, Dollar. Carol's not a killer.
You prove that, and Tolbert will be the first to listen. But cooking up phony alibis for Carol is not going to help any.
Okay, so it was a stupid thing to do. But I can't just stand by and do nothing. Don't you have any other leads you can follow up?
One, maybe.
Why, what is it?
Reed was a gambler. Could be somebody was losing big to him.
Well, Carol's my fiancée. I know she doesn't have that kind of money. Anyway, she doesn't gamble.
I wasn't thinking about Carol.
Who then?
Jack Vissel, for instance. We found out Reed's been seen with Vissel several times lately.
Well, you gonna question him about it?
I may as well. After all, at this point, we got nothing to lose.
You're barking up a wrong tree, Dollar. What reason would I have to kill Reed?
Could be a real good reason, Vissel. Maybe you lost money to him gambling.
Some nights you win, some nights you lose.
So maybe you lost more nights than you won. So maybe you owe Reed some money.
Oh?
That could be the motive.
Look, Dollar, why don't you take your crazy theory someplace else? Yeah, I owed Reed money. I owed him all of 2 bits. Now, is that enough to bump him off?
So, I started making the rounds along 3rd Avenue again. But I got nowhere. Nobody remembered seeing her, and nobody remembered the guy named Tom, the one she told me had been following her. 2 hours later, I gave up. I was beat. I went back to my room and flopped on the bed. Yeah? Okay. Yeah?
Johnny Dollar?
That's right. Who are you?
Well, I'm the guy you've been looking for.
What?
My name's Tom. That ring a bell?
It sure does. Are you the one who was walking around the streets with Carol Carson?
That's right. I'm her alibi.
So I bust my neck trying to find you, and it ends up with you finding me.
Well, I read in the papers it looked bad for Carol unless they found the guy who was with her.
You didn't show up any too soon, believe me, brother. How long were you with her?
Oh, I figure at least an hour. I kept following her, and once in a while she'd stop and talk, but she seemed kind of dazed.
Apparently Reed put something in her drink.
Anyway, I finally gave up. I figured if it was that tough to get acquainted, what's the use?
But you're willing to swear you were with her for an hour?
Why, at least. From around 11:30 to after 12:30.
That clears her. Come on. Item 6, $1.80 cab fare to headquarters. Tom repeated his statement, and Carol identified Tom as the man who'd been following her. So, it looked like it was all over.
I guess I'll never be able to thank you enough, Johnny. Well, if it hadn't been for you...
Well, let's just say I'm the stubborn type, Carol. Once I believed your story, I had to follow through on it.
It's hard to realize I'm free. It's been like a bad dream.
Yeah. I'll bet Larry Bowman's glad it's over, too. Have you called him yet?
No, I'll call him from my apartment. Johnny, all I can say is thanks again.
Carol took a cab to her apartment. I started back into the building, and then, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted another cab pulling away from the curb, following Carol's. And it was Tom. I figured I'd better join that procession. I tagged along to Carol's apartment. Inside, I could hear voices. The door was unlocked. Carol was in the process of handing over some money to Tom.
Johnny!
Yeah. Looks like I got here just in time to witness the payoff. So you bought yourself an alibi, Carol.
No.
Now, look, Dollar.
You better stay out of it. Carol, I gotta hand it to you. You really had me fooled.
Well, you don't understand, Johnny.
Don't be a sucker, Dollar. Cut yourself in on the pie. I'm willing to have a partner.
What are you talking about?
Well, last night when I followed Carol back to Reed's apartment, just as I was leaving, I spotted somebody coming down the fire escape. I followed him, found who he was and where he lived. Then when the story came out in the papers, I realized I knew who the killer was. So I figured I could make some dough out of it. But not as long as Carol was in jail.
Johnny, just now when he wanted money to keep him from telling the police, I didn't know what to do. I thought if I gave him what I had, it would keep him satisfied until I could figure... Larry, no! No!
I spun around, but it was too late. Oh! Kicked at the open door. It struck Larry's arm, deflected his shot. Before he could shoot again, I nailed him.
Johnny, are you all right?
Yeah. Larry Bowman's the killer.
I guess I was afraid of that right from the start. You see, Larry'd been gambling with Reed and losing to him. I tried to make him stop, but he wouldn't. Finally, he lost more than he could pay.
So you went to Reed's apartment to try and square it, huh?
Reed told me maybe something could be worked out. When he put something in my drink, I realized what he meant. That's why I got out.
And Larry entered the apartment when you were away, killed Reed, slugged you when you came back, and planted the gun on you.
I guess so. I wasn't sure until Tom told me he'd seen Larry climb down that fire escape. At first, I just couldn't believe that Larry would... How do you figure a thing like that, Johnny? How do you figure it?
I didn't try to answer that one because I didn't have an answer. I guess there just isn't any. Item 8, $13.40, incidentals and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $41 even. Yeah, Larry Bowman's gambling was a big, fat mistake. First with Everett Reed, then in trying to frame Carol. I guess that's the trouble with gambling. You push your luck too far, and sooner or later you're bound to lose. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a doting dowager who sets me out on the wildest case I ever handled. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, salutes station KRMG in Tulsa, Oklahoma. KRMG is our newest affiliate station and serves nearly 1 million families in the Southwest. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Robert Stanley. Heard in the cast were Virginia Gregg, Julius Matthews, Paul Duboff, James McCallion, Alan Reed, and Frank Gerstle. Join us next week for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Yeah?
What? Who's that?
Smokey.
Smokey? Smokey Sullivan?
Yeah.
Holy... Do you always call people at 5:30 in the morning? Oh, hiya, Smokey. How are things down in New York?
I'm living out here in Frisco now.
Oh?
You know about the big fire out here?
Now, Smokey, don't tell me you've been up to your old tricks.
You know I wouldn't do nothing like that, Johnny, after the good way you've been treating me.
Well, I hope not. But what about this fire?
Big warehouse.
They're in San Francisco.
The Barnwell warehouse. It's still burning, Johnny.
Arson?
Yeah. I know who did it.
There must be insurance in a big warehouse.
Yeah.
So as soon as I can check it out, I'll... Look, where'll I find you?
Where'll you stay, Johnny?
Let's see. At the Huntington Hotel up on Nob Hill.
Me? In a nice place like that?
Oh, unless I know where to call you.
It's okay, Johnny. I'll call you.
And you're sure it's arson?
I'm sure.
Then I'll see you.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
A handcuffed thief makes a desperate bid to escape a frantic dope addict. Crashes through a fiberboard wall at the police station house. It's part of the daily routine in New York's 16th Police Precinct, Hell's Kitchen. In the new issue of Look magazine, you'll follow tough, dedicated cops as they track down the man who pulled the trigger, run down a burglar, subdue a drug addict. And you'll learn in Look the kind of guy it takes to make a detective, what he thinks about his job, what he thinks about the kinds of people he has to deal with. It's all here in Look's exciting picture story, Detectives at Work, an uphill fight in a tough city where the crime rate has risen almost 10% in the last year, where 40% of the nation's drug addicts fight, steal, or beg for a fix, where an entire neighborhood suddenly becomes silent when the police department tries to track the man behind the gun. You'll see it all in Look magazine's dramatic picture story, Detectives at Work. It's in the latest issue of Look, and it's on your newsstands now. Get your copy of Look today.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, San Francisco office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Frisco fire matter. First of all, I had to make sure my expenses to the West Coast wouldn't have to come out of my own pocket. So expense account item 1, 10 cents for a call that got Pat McCracken of Universal Adjustment Bureau out of his bed. I asked him to dig up some facts and figures for me in a hurry. Within 20 minutes, he called me back. Johnny Dollar.
Well, Johnny, I've been on the phone to San Francisco ever since you called me. You were right.
About the big fire.
Yeah. How did you find out about it?
Well, never mind that, Pat. Just keep talking.
Well, it's a warehouse. It's owned and operated by Mr. Peter H. Barnwell. And he has an office at 1427 Camac Street.
1427 Camac. Got it. And the insurance?
$340,000.
Wow.
Carried by Greater Southwest Insurance Company.
Pat, if I hurry, I can just make plane connections.
No, wait a minute,
Thanks,
Johnny.
Pat. Thanks a lot. Item 2, 20188 plane fare, Hartford to New York to San Francisco. And believe me, those jet flights on American get you there in a hurry. I left New York at 8 a.m. and pulled into San Francisco before noon. Pacific time, of course. Item 3, a dime for a newspaper at the airport. Apparently, the fire had burned itself out. Item 4, 675, taxi to Peter H. Barnwell's office on Camac Street. The reception room was jammed.
No, there's no point in sending anybody over here because he won't see them. Now.
Listen, chick, I'll get you tickets for any show in town if you just...
No! I tell you, he won't see any of you.
Not even me?
No. Now, why don't you reporters just go back to your papers and wait until Mr. Barnwell's ready to talk to you?
My card, miss.
It's no use, mister.
Will you read it, please?
But he doesn't want to see any reporters, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Just a minute, Mr. Dollar.
Now, how do you rate that, buddy? What paper are you from?
The Bigville Bugle.
Huh?
Yeah, that's out near Bum Spung, Oklahoma.
Oh, now, look, wise guy, look.
Mr. Dollar.
Dollar?
Will you come in, please, Mr. Dollar?
Sure. Thanks.
Now, wait a minute. You, Johnny Dollar, the insurance stick?
Right in here, sir.
Thanks.
Hey, wait a minute.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar. Make yourself at home.
Well, I must say you aren't at all upset about the loss of your warehouse.
Should I be? Sit down.
Sure.
Mr. Dollar, that building's been a losing proposition for years. Because of its bad location, because of zoning restrictions, and the cost of tearing it down. I've done nothing but lose money on it.
Oh.
But I've been very careful to keep up the insurance. So, now that it's gone up in flames, I shall at long last collect on it.
$340,000.
That's right. And with whatever I can get from some other misguided investor for the land itself, I'll be sitting pretty.
I see.
Now, don't get any funny ideas, Mr. Investigator. The police have found nothing whatsoever to suggest arson. Nor will they.
You sound pretty sure of that.
I'm sure of it.
Even if it were a job that you didn't have done.
I'm sure of it.
You know something, Mr. Barnwell? I'm not.
So if you can be of any help in putting through my
Did
claim...
you hear what I said?
I heard, Mr. Dollar. Doesn't worry me a bit.
Hey, fellas! My car filter may be worth $1,000. How's that? Heard over the radio that the people who make Fram filters have a big treasure hunt on. So I checked my oil and air filter. And I'll be doggone if there wasn't a specially marked Fram air filter that might pay me $1,000. No kidding. My service station man said whatever I win, he'll win the same amount. Told me a regular filter check is important to today's cars. So important that Fram Corporation is paying $60,000 to get car owners to check their filters now. Cash money? Sure. This is Fram's silver anniversary. Last year, 10,000 secretly numbered Fram filters were distributed all over the United States and installed in cars during regular servicing. Every one of them is worth cash, some as much as $1,000. Why, one of you guys may have one in your car and not even know it. Say, what are we waiting for? Let's get those filters checked.
Hurry, folks. Get in on the big Fram treasure hunt. You could win up to $1,000 in cash. Check your car filters now.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Frisco Fire Matter.
Expense account item 5, $2 for a taxi. In my opinion, Peter H. Barnwell had the warehouse fire set. But opinions don't count in my business. You gotta have proof. And I hadn't yet got together with my informant, Smokey Sullivan. Smokey, once a clever arsonist himself. Later a counterfeiter, bootlegger, just about everything in the book. But from the time he helped me with a case a couple of years ago, he'd stayed on the straight and narrow. And of course, I've always paid him well for his help. Before going on to my hotel, I stopped in to see Bill Mullen of the arson squad.
Yeah, the papers say you're in town, Johnny. Glad to see you.
Yeah, how are you, Bill?
But there's no reason for you to be here about that fire.
Oh, that's so?
We've already found out how it started.
How, Bill?
Some old derelict, name of Stumpy Moran. He used to sleep there every night. Had an old iron bed and a little sort of shack on one side of that warehouse.
Yeah?
So last night, like a lot of the darn fools all over the country every night, he went to bed loaded and lit a cigarette. Result? No more mattress, no more shack, no more warehouse.
Well, are you holding him?
Also, no more Stumpy Moran.
He died in the fire?
Yep.
And you're sure that's how it started?
Johnny, when you've combed through evidence on as many cases like that as I have, there's no mistaking it.
But now, Bill, listen,
all the way from the source of the blaze to the empty bottle. The carbonized paper from the cigarette. The foil from the cigarette package. The hair from the mattress. 1,001 little things that the ordinary person wouldn't even think to look for. So listen.
Yeah?
Be a nice guy and call off the papers, will you?
Why?
Because they saw you over in Barnwell's office, they've decided it was arson, and they're calling us a bunch of bums. The only reason they do it is to make headlines. So call them up and tell them to lay off, will you? Set them straight.
Not until I'm sure they aren't right, Bill.
Huh? Now, wait a minute. What's that mean?
I'll see you later. Item 6, another taxi to the Hotel Huntington up on Nob Hill. I went straight to my room and sat down to wait for Smokey Sullivan to call. I didn't have to wait long. Smokey?
Yeah.
Well, I hear they found out how that fire started.
Stumpy?
That's right, Stumpy Moran.
He was a friend of mine. Not much brains, Johnny, but a nice old guy. But Johnny...
Yeah?
He didn't do it.
But they found all the evidence. He'd been drinking and smoking in bed.
He never touched a drop, Johnny.
You sure?
He didn't smoke, neither. I know. He was my pal.
Where are you, Smokey?
You know where the Hungry Angel is?
The cocktail bar over on the...
That's right. Take the alley and back. I'm in the phone booth at the end of it. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay. Now, listen.
Yeah?
Do you know who did set that fire?
Yeah. The only guy in the whole country who could leave no trace.
Wait a minute.
And they won't even question him because he's been living straight for so long.
Touchy Thompson.
Yeah. Lives in a nice house on Aldea Drive, 527. But he ain't there.
How do you know?
A note on his door says gone fishing.
You're absolutely sure it was he?
I'm the only one knew where to look for his sign around that fire, and I found it there. I'll show it to you.
Proof, huh?
Yes, sir, Johnny. I can prove that warehouse was set, but... Oh, no.
Smokey. Smokey!
Sociable, up to date, debonair.
What's this, a new word game?
No, I'm just mentioning the qualities that people admire in other people.
Oh, I see. If you're sociable, up to date, and what was that other word? Debonair?
Yes, debonair. But listen to it this way. Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi, drink light, refreshing Pepsi, stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Notice how many of your friends are serving Pepsi-Cola these days. It's the up-to-date refreshment.
Be sociable, serve Pepsi.
In the alley behind the Hungry Angel, I found a couple of policemen carefully going over every inch of the phone booth where Smokey called me.
Yeah, that's right. Conroy heard the shots and came running back here. You get the angle of that bullet, old Conroy?
Hey, listen. What about Smokey?
City hospital, but he isn't going to live, Dollar. Not a chance.
And you have no idea who shot him?
No. But you're a smart dick. Why don't you find out for us?
All right, now look.
And let me tell you something else, too, Dollar. If that warehouse fire had been a torch job, which it wasn't, like you're blabbing it out to all the papers, your dear pal Smokey Sullivan is the only one who could have done it. So his being knocked off is good riddance.
Why Smokey?
Because we got every other firebug in this town nailed down. That's why.
Want to bet?
Mr. Dollar, I honestly don't understand it, considering the way one of those bullets nicked his heart. But it looks as though that man Sullivan will live.
Now, the point is, Doctor, can I talk to him?
Well, you can try, of course. Oh, this way, Mr. Dollar. But he was not able to give anything to the police, who just left.
And listen, Doctor, do everything you can for him, will you? I'll foot the bill.
Oh, very well. Right in here.
Okay. You, mind if I talk to him alone?
If you like. And if you can.
Thanks. Smokey. Smokey?
Hi, Johnny.
Oh, hi. Yeah, the doc says you're going to be okay.
Yeah. Can't get rid of me.
Attaboy, Smokey.
I didn't talk to the cops. Just looked at him like I was dead.
Good for you. Hey, Smokey, did you see who put the slugs into you?
No, Johnny. But it must have been Touchy. Touchy Thompson. Same as he set that fire.
Yeah. All right, now listen. You're in no shape to go over there and show me. But if the arson squad found no trace, and believe me, they know everything to look for.
Chemicals.
What?
Touchy had chemicals, special chemicals. Never left a trace.
Everything leaves a trace of some kind.
No. He had to use a gas mask. That's what must have knocked out Stumpy Moran. Then Touchy could plant the liquor, the cigarettes.
Then I guess the only thing I can do is try to find Touchy Thompson.
Johnny.
Yeah?
If you do, Johnny, be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Act 4 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Rambler station wagons lead all but 2 other makes in sales. Repeat, Rambler station wagons now lead all but 2 other makes. Car registration figures prove it. Never before has any station wagon scored such a sweeping success in so short a time. Why the nationwide swing to Rambler? Well, listen to this. If you want America's lowest price station wagon, Rambler has it. If you want big 6-passenger room, plus America's easiest parking, Rambler has that. Most miles per gallon? Rambler has that, too. Trade-in value? Rambler has the highest of any low-priced car. Yes, Rambler is America's top economy station wagon, but Rambler is also the compact quality car, the only car to offer personalized comfort, including front seats that glide back and forward separately, adjustable headrests, reclining seat backs, finest air conditioning at lowest cost, deep dip rust proofing. Yes, all America is discovering that Rambler station wagons are different, and Americans love that difference. So will you. Drive a Rambler station wagon now, 6 or V8 at Rambler dealers. And now, Act 4 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account item 7520, more taxi fares. There was nobody home at Touchy Thompson's place. Only the note on the door Smokey had told me about. Gone fishing. Fishing, huh? He was probably hiding somewhere around the town, waiting for the atmosphere to clear. But how to bring him out in the open? Then I suddenly remembered an old friend of mine, Maury Webster, head man at station KCBS. Item 8, $1 even for a cab to the Sheraton Palace and the KCBS studios.
Johnny, this is a pleasant surprise, although I had heard you're in town.
How are you, Maury?
Up to my neck. We're in the midst of a big celebration. You know, our 50th anniversary.
Oh?
Yes, sir. We were the first broadcasting station in the country, and we're kind of proud of it.
Well, I should think you would be. Let me add my congratulations.
Well, thank you, Johnny. Now, what brings you here?
Maury, when is your next news broadcast?
Well, let me see. Well, Don Mosley will hit the air in just about 7 minutes.
That'll just give me time to knock out a news item for him to read on the air.
Oh, what kind?
I'll tell you while I'm scribbling it, if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
And Maury, I have a sneaking suspicion it'll flush out an arsonist.
Oh?
Yeah, and killer. As briefly as possible, I told Maury Webster my plan, the why of it. I handed him the news item I'd cooked up. He penciled in a couple of minor changes, then gave it to his top man on the news bureau, Don Mosley. A few minutes later, there in his office, we listened to it being broadcast over the powerful facilities of KCBS.
The international situation. On the local scene, well, it took insurance investigator Johnny Dollar to clear up the matter of the Barnwell warehouse fire.
Here he comes.
Yeah. Dollar has proved conclusively that it was set by an old hand at that business named Smoky Sullivan. His reason? To kill another man by the name of Moran, whose body was later found buried in the embers. Incidentally, Sullivan himself has just died as a result of bullet wounds, no doubt inflicted by some friend of Moran's, who sought to avenge his murder.
Well,
as for the holdup that occurred early this morning on the Embarcadero...
Well, I hope it does the trick, Johnny. What are you going to do now?
Maury, there's going to be a stakeout at the home of one John R. Thompson, formerly known as Touchy Thompson, out on Aldea Drive.
Oh, then you're turning this whole thing over to the police.
That stakeout will be me.
But if Thompson did set that fire and kill Moran...
I still have to prove it.
Well, don't you think it's a little dangerous, Johnny?
Could be.
Well, in just a minute.
Thanks, Maury. Thanks a lot. So I went out to Aldea Drive again. And I parked myself rather uncomfortably behind a hedge across the street from Thompson's place. Finally, it must have been around 10 p.m., an expensive car pulled up and a man loaded with fishing gear went into the house. I waited a couple of minutes, and then I went over, knocked on the door, walked in, introduced myself, and laid a few cards right on the table.
You're crazy, Dollar. Didn't even know about that fire until you told me just now.
Why lie about it, Touchy?
Look, I've been fishing.
Yeah, for what? An alibi?
Oh, give me that for trout. Look here. Here they are. Yeah, trout. Ever see a nicer mess of them?
Pick them up at any market.
Not me.
All right, who was with you?
I was alone. I was over there camping beside the lake all the time. My sleeping bag's still out in the car.
What lake?
Mono Lake. It's a little over 200 miles east of here.
Yeah, I know it well.
Well, that's why I caught him.
I know it well enough to know that because of the high mineral content of that water, no trout could ever survive in it.
What? Oh, look, wait a minute.
It's no good, Touchy, and with the proof I have that only you could have set that fire with some of your fancy chemicals.
What do you know about that? Nah, you got no proof. Look.
Perhaps he has, Touchy.
Well, I'm glad to see you two know each other.
Very smart, weren't you, Touchy?
What do you mean?
I mean the way you fell for that phony news broadcast and came back here.
Phony?
And Dollar, thanks for setting the stage for me.
Yeah? What does that mean?
You came here because you suspected Touchy. You had a big argument. You both pulled your guns and killed each other.
No, wait a minute.
That's the only conclusion the police can possibly reach when they find your bodies lying there.
Look.
Nope. Don't make a single move, Dollar. Neither of you will do anything because 5 seconds from now you'll both be dead.
Well, you're wrong.
What?
Pull that trigger, Barnwell, and it's the last thing you'll ever do.
Bill.
Climb in this window, boys, and take care of it.
There isn't any need for violence, officer.
That's right, Barnwell, there isn't.
All right.
You too, Tom. Well, Johnny?
Now, just what under the sun ever led you to come out here, Bill?
Your old friend Smokey Sullivan called me to the hospital. He was a little worried about you. You mind?
Mind? You've got to be kidding. Yeah, they were both in it up to their ears. Each, in trying to defend himself, just put the other in there much deeper. And by the time the courts get through with them, they'll be sorry they ever lived. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford and a good hefty gratuity for Smokey Sullivan, plus all his hospital bills, $923.91. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
I'm a mean widow, kid.
And are you pleased with yourself?
Sure, because I'm a germ. A bathroom germ. Bathrooms is where the meanest germs get to live. Do I have fun causing odor and spreading disease?
Well, you better watch out, son, or your landlady may find out about Lysol brand disinfectant.
Lysol?
No, Lysol.
That's what I said. Lysol.
Well, anyway, a lot of women are finding that a dash of Lysol in their cleaning suds every week wipes out nasty bathroom disease germs like you. Disinfects from one cleaning to the next as no other product can. Wipes out many deadly viruses, too. Lysol makes every cleaner work better. It's the easy, modern way to get bathrooms really clean and free of odors.
Lysol can do that?
And what's more, now, besides regular Lysol, there's a new sweet-smelling, pine-scented Lysol. And they're both out to get you.
Hey, was you ever a mean little kid?
One more remark like that, and I'll open this bottle of Lysol.
Help!
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a quiet little ranch in Oklahoma. Quiet, that is, until the shooting starts. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Vic Perrin, Larry Dobkin, Alan Reed, Gil Stratton Jr., Paul Duboff, Bartlett Robinson, Don Mosley, and Tony Barrett. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Miss Dollar, this is Lawrence Penworthy Thurston, sir.
Thurston?
Yes, sir. I am the local representative for the State Unity Life Insurance Company down here.
Down where, Mr. Thurston?
Casey, South Carolina, sir.
Casey, that's somewhere near Columbia, the state capital, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's practically a part of it. And while you're down here, you all must be sure to visit our fine old state house and some of the other fine old historical places we have and are mighty proud of.
While I'm down there?
You can come right away, I hope, sir.
Well, I don't see any reason why not.
Good.
What seems to be the trouble, Mr. Thurston?
Well, I'm afraid, sir, that one of our most important clients, leastwise from the standpoint of all the insurance that she carries with us,
Yeah?
well, it looks to me as though somebody might be wanting to kill this fine lady.
To, collect the insurance, hmm?
Well, sir, now, I didn't say that, but if you all are free, I'd suggest you come on down here and kind of look the situation over.
Mr. Thurston, I think you're right.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the State Unity Life Insurance Company office in Casey, South Carolina. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the all-wet matter. Expense account item 1, 5110 plane fare, Hartford to New York to Columbia, South Carolina. It was close to midnight when the plane set down at the airport. So item 2, a total of $18.50, covers a cab into the DeSoto Hotel, a late supper, some of that well-known pounding of the pillow, then breakfast and a taxi to the office of State Unity over in Casey. The office happens to be on State Street, not far away from station WCAY, which incidentally carries the radio reports of these cases of mine every week. The insurance man, Thurston, turned out to be a round, pleasant, white-haired fellow in his early 60s with a soft, warm southern accent so thick you could cut it with a knife.
All right, now, Miss Dollar. Would you all care for a cigar?
Thank you, but I'll smoke one of these cigarettes, if you don't mind.
Not at all, not at all. That's what my friends up north always smoke up there where they make them.
Up north?
North Carolina, Virginia, way up there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but all right now, Miss Dollar. This client of mine is a fine lady by the name of Miss Melanie Ramsey Pembroke.
And you said it looks to you.
And Miss Dollar.
Yes?
She come from one of the finest, wealthiest old families we got around here.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Dates back to 1718 on the Ramsey side, that is, when they first put up old Fort Congaree just south of here, at a place they call Granby. Fort was to keep away the Indians, named after the Congaree River.
Yes.
Or maybe it was the other way around. The river named after the fort. Anyhow, that was long before the war. I mean the war.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Now, Mr. Thurston...
Anyhow, her great-great-grandfather, or maybe it was her great-great-great... Well, anyhow, Colonel Jacob Ramsey got a hold of thousands of acres all over these parts, and Miss Dollar, the Ramsey side of that family's had money ever since, and that includes up to the present.
Yes, now you said that this Mrs. Ramsey Pembroke...
That's right, sir. Miss Melanie Ramsey Pembroke lives in the one fine big old home over in Ramseyville. You just take the Platte Springs Road out of Casey, and you follow the sign, and you can't miss it.
And what's happened to her?
Well, Miss...
You said on the phone that you think somebody wants to kill her.
Yes, sir, I do.
Why?
Because of that package she received in the mail just before I called you up in Hartford. And the reason I called you, sir, is account of Ramseyville is so small, hasn't got itself any kind of a police department.
I see. What was in the package?
Well, now, mind you, I didn't see it. I didn't see it for myself. All I know is what she told me on the phone before I called you.
What did she say was in it?
And, of course, with her young husband being away, that's Mr. Peter Pembroke.
Mr. Thurston?
Well, he's kind of a, sort of a traveling salesman,
Mr.
I guess
Thurston,
you call
could
him.
you get to the point, please, about that package?
Oh, yes, sir. I certainly will.
All right, then.
Because, Mr. Dollar, the way I figure it out, you better rent yourself a car and get yourself over there to see her just as quick as you can.
The package?
Well, Miss Dollar, you know what was in it?
What?
One of those, what you all call, one of those infernal machines.
Infernal machines? I'm sorry, you mean a bomb?
Yes, sir.
And if I was you...
Yes. All right, Mr. Thurston. I'll see you later. I spent item 3, $50 for a deposit on a rental car. Fortunately, finding Ramseyville was just as easy as Thurston had said. Also, as he told me, there wasn't much to the place except the Ramsey, now the Pembroke, home. I was met at the door by Mrs. Melanie Ramsey Pembroke herself. She was in her late 40s and still very beautiful. Or perhaps handsome is a better word. Or put it this way, in that fine, dignified, well-kept old home, she fit perfectly.
Please do sit down now, Mr. Dollar. And let me tell you about this terrible thing that's happened. This horrible, infernal machine.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
My husband is away, you see. He spends a great deal of his time out selling things. I believe you call it on the road.
What does he sell, Mrs. Pembroke?
Some kind of tools, I think they are, for big companies.
Machine tools?
Yes, that's what he calls them. He's really not very good at it. But, Mr. Dollar, I've insisted he do something with his time, and that's it.
Mrs. Pembroke, before we go any further, I want to ask you a question, and I hope it won't embarrass you.
Yes?
How old is your husband?
Peter's 11 years younger than I am.
I see. And, like yourself, rather wealthy?
No, I'm afraid things were rather difficult for Pete until we got married.
How long ago was that?
Been nearly 4 years now.
I see. And where did you say that this present selling trip had taken him?
He flew to Milwaukee and Minneapolis and Duluth, and he should be back any time now.
Mm-hmm. Would you go on, please?
Well, there really isn't much to tell you. I received this rather badly wrapped package early yesterday afternoon. There was no return name or address on it. Or perhaps it was torn off.
Yes.
I had no idea who might be sending me something. So, like a curious child, I guess I shook it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed the strange sort of ticking sound inside of it. Well, Mr. Dollar, perhaps I've been reading too many mystery stories while Peter's away.
I see.
But I'm glad I have. Because what I did was throw open that window and throw it out in the little fish pond out there.
And then what happened?
Nothing. Nothing at all. But a few minutes later, when I went out to look at it, that package had fallen all apart.
Uh-huh.
And here, Mr. Dollar. Here, I'll show you what's been wrapped up in it. Do you see?
I certainly do. That's a time bomb, all right. Luckily for you, it's a pretty crude one. Throwing it into the fish pond not only broke a couple of the wires, but got it all wet and ruined the detonating device.
I can hardly believe it, Mr. Dollar. As I told Miss Thurston, it looks as though somebody wanted, as though somebody
Now,
intended.
the package was addressed to you, not your husband.
Yes, sir, to me.
Tell me one thing, Mrs. Pembroke. Could you read the postmark on the package?
Yes.
Did it come from Milwaukee or Minneapolis or Duluth?
No.
Where?
He came from Chicago.
Chicago. Well, that's bound to have been a stopover on his plane route.
Yes, I guess it. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no. Good heavens, Mr. Dollar. If you mean what I think you do. Oh, no, it couldn't be.
Couldn't it? Suppose we see.
News is no respecter of broadcasting schedules. News doesn't obediently wait until it's convenient for a newscaster to talk about it. Here at the CBS Radio Network, CBS News now makes use of an innovational system called Net Alert. By the simple pressing of a button in New York Central Control, the new Net Alert system instantly cues every CBS radio station across the country that an important bulletin is coming up. Net Alert, another reason why CBS News remains the most complete news service in broadcasting today.
Any fingerprints on the crude little time bomb had been too badly smudged by her handling of it to be of any use. The postmark on the wrapper said it was mailed from Chicago only 2 days before. But when I checked the hotel Mrs. Pembroke said he used in Duluth, I learned that he'd been there for the past 4 days and had just left to come back home. Did someone else then mail a package from Chicago for him? Maybe. But she still wouldn't believe...
My own husband would send me this murderous thing.
Well, it is a possibility, isn't it?
No. You don't know him. He's so kind and gentle. He has such a good heart, and... I mean, he's so good-hearted.
Is there a difference?
Well, you know he has some trouble with his heart. But it's nothing serious.
Yes, well, also I'm afraid it's beside the point.
But you mustn't think that Peter did this. You mustn't. I resent this terrible thing that you're thinking.
I'm sorry.
If you can find out who sent me this bomb and why, very well, that's your job. But you must not, under any circumstances, not for 1 minute, suspect Peter.
Will you promise me one thing, Mrs. Pembroke?
Well?
That you'll let me know as soon as your husband gets back here. I'll be at the DeSoto. Will you do that?
If you insist.
You must also promise me that you will say nothing to him, absolutely nothing about this bomb until I've had a chance to see and talk with him.
Now, Mr. Dollar.
Otherwise, I'll have to drop the case. Now, you don't want me to drop it, do you? When there's always the chance that something like this might happen again. Well?
Well, of course not.
Then I do have your word, Mrs. Pembroke?
Very well, Mr. Dollar. You have my word.
Thank you. Item 4, 10 cents for a phone call to the desk at the hotel where I'd registered, and I left instructions about forwarding any phone calls that I might receive. Then I drove over to station WCAY. After swapping the usual amenities with the station manager and program director, I talked with young Bill Barrett of the News Bureau, kind of feeling my way gently so not to arouse any suspicion.
Surely you aren't here just on a sightseeing trip, Johnny.
Why not? Don't you think I'm entitled to some time off to kind of roam around and look at this country of ours as much as anybody else?
Oh, don't kid me now, Johnny. What did you come down here for?
Oh, I told you, Bill. Look, aren't there any fine old plantation houses around here, the sort we Northerners keep hearing about all the time?
Oh, there's a few of them left. Of course, there's the old Ramsey place.
Where's that?
Over in Ramseyville, if you can call it a ville. Old Mrs. Melanie Ramsey Pembroke, last of the line.
Pembroke? I thought you said the name was...
Well, she married Pete Pembroke a couple of years ago, or 3 or 4.
Oh, I see. Another good old Southern family. Huh?
Oh, are you kidding? But he was smart, Johnny. Pete married into a lot of money there.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, sure is. If she doesn't catch up with him, that is.
What do you mean?
Well, he's 10, 12 years younger than she is. A real Romeo, or maybe Casanova is a better word.
That's so?
Yeah. Married her for only one thing, that money.
Mm.
What he gets now and what he'll take when she kicks off. It's a funny thing, though.
What's that, Bill?
Well, she's supposed to be a pretty shrewd character, in spite of all her polite manners and such. But, Johnny, it looks like she's the only one around these parts isn't wise to him.
Hmm.
I mean, his playing around, these so-called business trips he takes.
Oh, that kind.
Yeah, a real playboy.
And she doesn't know anything about it?
You kidding? Of course she doesn't.
You sure of that?
You think she wouldn't do something about it if she did know? Cut off his money, throw him out, something like that? You don't know her, Johnny. But to get back to your sightseeing.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to look around the Ramsey place, well, maybe one of the boys in the station here knows her.
Oh, why bother, Bill?
Oh, excuse me. Bill Barrett. Oh, yes, he is. Mrs. Who? It's for you, Johnny.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, listen, boy, you been kidding me?
Johnny Dollar.
This is Mrs. Pembroke. I promised to call you.
Oh, he's come home?
Half or 3/4 of an hour ago. This is the first opportunity.
All right, I'll be right over.
Oh, now, Johnny, you were just stringing me along. Now, why?
I'm sorry, Bill. I gotta go.
He looks so worn out and tired from his trip, Mr. Dollar. And with that heart of his... Well, he said he was just going to soak away his fatigue in a nice warm tub.
I see. And that's where he is now, Mrs. Pembroke?
Yes. When he's tired, he likes nothing better than to lie there in that tub and read or listen to the radio and relax and...
What's the matter?
Well, it's just that he's been up there so long now. Almost an hour.
Well, if he was all tuckered out...
You think it's good for him? All that hot water and for so long?
Oh, I don't know. Why not?
Well, I don't. I'm going to just make sure that he's all right.
I'll go along if you don't mind. Did you, say anything to him about what happened?
No, Mr. Dollar, I kept my word to you.
Good, I'm glad you did.
I still know you're entirely wrong, though. I'm sure of it. Right in here now.
All right.
Peter? 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 It's locked. Peter? Peter!
Would you mind just standing aside, Mrs. Pembroke?
What? Oh, why did you ever? Oh, no. Peter! Peter!
I'm afraid so, Mrs. Pembroke. He's dead.
Now this is a year more people need more, so dig a little deeper than you did before to help out the folks who depend upon the United Campaign. Just think how your gift covers so many things, the good that it does, the great help that it brings, through United agencies tried and true. United Campaign is counting on you. Give heart to the United Campaign.
The ancient family medico, Dr. Eustace Culpepper, lived only a half mile away, and he was there in minutes.
There's no question of it, Mr. Dollar. His heart attack came on to him while he was laying there in the tub, reading or listening to the radio, the way he often did.
I see.
Now, was that radio on the shelf by the tub turned on?
No. At least it wasn't on when I broke in the door.
Then he just peacefully read his life away.
Doctor, had he had a history of heart trouble?
Well, he tried to keep it to himself, sir. Even I wouldn't have known about it if Melanie hadn't told me. Too bad, him being such a young man and all. Well, now I better look in and make sure she's resting properly after that little bit of sedative I gave her. You will excuse me, please.
Oh, sure, Doctor.
And if you like, you can make arrangements for the body.
Yes. Or maybe I have a better idea. I called the police in Casey, then sat down to think. That package with the bomb in it, mailed from Chicago, when Peter Pembroke shouldn't have been there. Well, maybe he didn't mail it or even have it mailed. Have it mailed. I went downstairs to the living room and I found a stack of pulp magazines. As I looked through them, and I was only interested in the ads, I finally found it. Surprise your friends with mail from all over the world, signed and sent by you. For only 50 cents plus regular postage, we'll mail your letter, your package, from anywhere in the United States. And the address of the remailing outfit, of course, was Chicago, Illinois. A simple long-distance call, then, would tell me who paid to have that package sent on to her. Instead, I went back up to the bathroom where Pembroke's body had been found. I looked around a bit. While I was at it, a policeman came in, got the story from Dr. Culpepper, and then joined me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dollar. Old Dr. Culpepper says there's no doubt of it. Mr. Pembroke's pump just naturally gave out on him. He's going on back to file his report.
Just the same, I wonder what, if anything, the autopsy will show.
Autopsy, sir?
Mm-hmm. Because what I think happened, officer, of course, maybe the autopsy wouldn't show it in spite of the strained, shocked look on his face as he lay here in the water.
Well, just what are you getting at, sir?
Well, look here, officer. Right here on the edge of this door.
Yes, sir.
Same level as the catch, as the bolt that was used to lock the door.
Well, the doctor said that you had to break in.
Yes, now just look here, will you? Now, do you know what made this mark, this little sort of a burn here?
Well, I certainly don't, sir.
Well, the door was locked all right, but from the outside.
No, sir, the handle on that lock is on the inside.
Yes, but you take a piece of string and you loop it over this little handle. It's long enough. Here, look, I'll just use the hem of a handkerchief like so. As I would a piece of string. I'll just loop it over this little handle on the lock inside, like that. See, then I just take the ends around the edge of the door here to the outside, and I pull. See? After I've locked the door, that way from the outside, I just let go one end and pull the string or whatever I've used and pull it away.
Somebody came in here and killed him? Well, then left and locked the door the way you showed me, from the outside?
That's right. To make it look as though he died in there alone, locked in where nobody could get to him.
But the doctor said his heart.
Oh, officer, that's the easiest part of all. Look here. One of the most dangerous things that could be found in a bathroom if it isn't handled properly.
That little radio?
Mm-hmm. Right here on the shelf above the tub, where no electrical gadget should ever be.
But the cord's pulled out of the wall socket.
Well, isn't that the way you'd turn it off after using it for a murder weapon to keep from shocking yourself? And look here. Look, the base of it's still wet. And the inside of it is soaking wet. And the switch still on.
Mr. Dollar?
Mm-hmm. He lay there in a tub of water. The killer came in, turned on the set, then shoved it off the shelf into the tub. Bad heart or good, he didn't have a chance. No wonder that look on his face.
But what if he himself reached up out of the water?
And then afterwards pulled out the plug and set it back on the shelf so nobody would know?
You're right. You're right, sir. He was murdered. But who?
The only other person here in the house with him. Because she finally realized that he'd married her only for money. And when she found out he was playing around, it was just too much for that fine old family pride. But the cover-up...
Cover-up?
Sending out that phony infernal machine.
Infernal?
To be mailed back to herself. Make it look as though he was the one with murder in mind so that nobody would ever suspect her.
Great day.
What you did, Mr. Dollar.
What?
Miss Pembroke.
Too bad for both of you.
Now, do you think you can shoot fast enough to get both of us?
You first, Mr. Dollar.
No, man!
Nice work, officer. Thanks.
Yes, sir. But to think that a gentleman, sir, would ever strike a woman that way.
Well, when it saved us both from getting shot?
Well, even so.
Well, don't you worry about it, old man. You'll get over it. So, from here on in, it's up to the courts. It's not to be broadcast, but a tidy hunk of this expense account went to that officer who so fortunately for a moment forgot to be a gentleman. You'll notice I haven't given his name. Expense account total, including hotel bill, incidentals, and the trip home, call it $300 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a wild old man living in, believe it or not, an ancient castle that is complete with Chamber of Horrors. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Tony Darnay as Melanie Pembroke, Lawson Zerby as Lawrence Thurston, Dan Acco as Dr. Culpepper, and Cliff Carpenter as the policeman. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny. This is Lou Little over here at State Unity Light.
Lou, there must be some mistake. Goodbye.
What? Wait a minute, will you?
Well?
Don't hang up on me. What do you mean, some mistake?
2 solid years I had to wait for an assignment from you.
Well, I know.
Now
but
suddenly 2 calls within 2 weeks? I don't know if I can stand the shock. Come clean. What's the problem?
Problem? My only problem, Johnny, is getting rid of exactly $1,000.
Well, how nice. And I suppose you just want to hand it over to me.
What else?
You're kidding.
Am I?
You got to be.
Why did you come over here and see?
Sure, why not? Just be ready to pay my cab fare.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you ever suffer a touch of arthritis or rheumatism, and you've never tried Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub, you can't know how good its deep heating action can make you feel. As you massage it into painful areas, you feel its deep heating action. You know relief is on its way.
Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub is an extra strong combination of active ingredients for safe, temporary relief of minor arthritic rheumatic pain. Use greaseless, stainless Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub often.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to State Unity Life Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Well of Trouble matter. So maybe Lou Little was just leading me on. Had some real nasty case bothering him, but if it meant $1,000 in my kick, and after the one I handled a week ago for him for free, well, to repeat myself, why not? Expense account item 1, $1.20 for a cab to his office.
Not kidding you one bit, Johnny. Here you are, baby. A perfectly good check for 1,000 clams.
Well, a Merry Christmas to you, too, but what's it for, Lou?
Why don't you take a look at the signature on it?
G. Stanley Porter.
That's right.
Last week's little fracas.
After what you did for him, and considering you wouldn't even take expenses for it, well, he insisted that you have this.
Well, I thought I made it plain, Lou, that...
He insisted.
All right. I'm certainly not going to turn down $1,000.
He wouldn't have it otherwise.
Tell him thanks for me, will you?
Be glad to.
Hey, what goes around here?
Huh?
You planning a trip to the gambling halls of Las Vegas or just leaving the country in a hurry?
What do you mean?
Big stack of dough on your desk.
Oh, that.
Yeah, what goes, Lou? You must have around 5,000 here, all in small bills.
Well, pick up the change line, man. You'll find there's exactly $2,388.24. I was just about to mail out a receipt for it.
Receipt?
Yeah. Just received it in the mail from an old crackpot by the name of Jeremy R. Withers.
What's it for?
His insurance premium. What else?
In cash?
In cash, like always. He simply stuffs it into a plain brown envelope and mails it in.
Without even insuring it? He must be a crackpot.
Johnny, I've written him half a dozen times, pointing out the risk in sending this much cash in the regular mail. I've even offered to send somebody out to his place to collect it from him. But he'll have none of it.
Crazy. Stubborn as that wild old Western character, Durango Laramie Dalhart, huh?
Durango what?
That's right. You know, believe it or not, he lived in a town called Bum-Spung, Oklahoma.
Oh, now you're kidding.
No, I'm not really, Lou. Old Indian name. Bum-Spung means bad spring. Yes, Bum-Spung. Bad water. But at least Durango had sense enough to bring in the cash in person. Nearly 4,000 at a crack once a year. I thought maybe you might have heard my report on the case a couple of years ago.
I must have missed it. But at least old Jeremy Withers has company in his eccentricity.
Look, if you could meet some of the wacky policyholders I've had to deal with, you'd think nothing at all of Withers.
Maybe not. What are you chuckling about?
Old Durango. Boy, he gave us quite a scare that one time.
How do you mean?
Well, he brought in a stack like this one day, you know, and, brother, you should have seen them. One look, and you'd have sworn they were counterfeit.
But they weren't?
Now, you know what they'd done? Carefully washed and starched and ironed the money to make it look like new, just like some of these... Wait a minute, Lou.
What's the matter, Johnny?
Just hold everything a minute.
Huh?
Just hold up on that receipt for this stuff, will you?
Why? What's the matter with it?
Where'll I find this Jeremy Withers? You got his address?
Well, sure.
Let me have it.
Well, sure, Johnny. Well, what's the matter?
Just let me have his address. Expense account item 2, a dime for a phone call to police headquarters where I got some very interesting information. And, incidentally, gave none in return. Item 3, another $1.20 for a cab back to my apartment. Item 4, $3.97 to fill up the gas tank in my car. It was getting dark now, but I headed west on 44, then north on 202. A few miles short of Granby, I found the dirt road I was looking for, leading off to the left. Then, finally, the crossroads known as Millbury Corners, consisting of one general store, a grocery, and a filling station, where I stopped only long enough to get some local directions. The Jeremy Withers place turned out to be a tiny, square, unpainted clapboard building that sat forlornly in the middle of a small, seedy-looking, weed-grown lot. But there was a flickering light inside. I could see it even through the tightly drawn shades. No doubt an oil lamp. And when I knocked on the door...
Who is it? Who is it?
My name is Dollar.
Johnny Dollar.
Dollar?
That's right, from the insurance company. Open up, Mr. Withers.
Just to leave me open up the peephole I put on this here door so as I can take a look at you first.
Go ahead.
Dollar, eh?
Here, take a look at these, my credentials, if you can see them in the moonlight.
Dollar, eh?
Come on, Withers, open up,
Just leave me get these here now chains undid. This bolt now.
Come on, Withers, you're stalling. All right now.
Just you stay outside there and tell me what the trouble is, young fella.
It's about that insurance premium of yours.
What's the matter with you, boy? I sent it all in yesterday.
I'll say you did.
In hard cash, too. Just like always. Good hard cash.
Good, huh?
Say, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about some of the 20s that were mixed in with that stack of bills. Some of the nice new ones. Like this one, for instance.
What's the matter with it?
Are you kidding? Plenty.
Just a minute, young fella.
Just tell me one thing, Mr. Withers. Where did you get this money?
The time has come for a friendly warning. Now that the 4th of July is almost here, better keep plenty of 7-Up chilled and ready to serve. This is the sparkling drink that says a nice warm welcome to everyone who comes calling on the 4th. 7-Up has a wonderful gay sparkle and a fresh as all out-of-doors taste. Just about everybody goes for fresh, clean-tasting 7-Up. Grandmothers, moms and dads, the teenage set, even the tiny tots. It's this same clean, fresh taste that makes 7-Up just great with food, too. 7-Up wakes up your taste buds, makes whatever you're eating taste even better. Believe me, any food's a feast with 7-Up. So if you're in the business of pleasing people, and who isn't, keep plenty of 7-Up on hand for family and friends. Better order a case today. For a fresh, clean taste on the 4th of July, fresh up with 7-Up.
Now, you look here, boy. What's the matter with that money I sent in?
I said, where did you get it, Mr. Withers? I'm talking about these brand new $20 bills.
Anything wrong with it? The way you're talking, you might think it was counterfeit or something.
Counterfeit? Hardly.
No, of course not.
But it's plenty hot, believe me.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Are you trying to tell me you don't know?
How should I know?
Well, why do you lock yourself in the way you do? Not only a lock on the door, but safety chains and a bolt.
Man's got a right to protect himself, ain't he?
Against what?
Well, maybe against nosy people like you. Now, what's the matter with that money? You going to tell me or ain't you?
Sure, I'll tell you. These new bills are part of the loot from the First National Bank over in Millville.
Loot?
That's right, stolen money. Over $20,000, mostly in new 20s.
No.
I worked on the case. I had to memorize a list of serial numbers, or rather number groups, as long as your arm.
You must have a good memory, boy.
Luckily, the numbers were consecutive, all starting with 66644, so it wasn't too much of a strain.
Well, you mean you didn't solve the case?
I didn't get to first base. But you didn't answer my question. Where did you get these?
Just part of the money I had.
Mr. Withers, where do you get your income? Well?
From a pension, that's what.
Pension?
Anything wrong with that?
Big enough to afford an annual insurance premium of over $2,300?
So for 2-3 years, I've been able to pay it okay.
Doesn't make any sense, Withers, and you know it.
Now, look, son, I worked hard all my life. Made a right steady income. And I saved up a little bit to put aside.
Mr. Withers.
I never did like to waste what I had on fancy living and such like. So after my wife died and our kid went off and got herself married, well, I just kept on putting it aside.
Mm-hmm.
And these here last couple of years, too, I've been buying up some insurance so my daughter, she can benefit when I die. Now, anything wrong with that?
What sort of work did you do?
Flagman for the railroad company, that's what. Flagman on a railroad crossing.
A flagman? And you say that paid enough to save enough to buy the kind of policy you hold?
I told you.
Sure. Some of that money you sent the company was all right. Maybe it did come out of your pension money or whatever you managed to save. But the rest, these brand new $20 bills... Now, you better tell me about it, Mr. Withers, or, would you rather tell it to a judge?
Well, all right, mister. Mr. Dollar, did you say it is?
That's right, Johnny Dollar.
Well, maybe I had better tell you where some of the money come from.
I think you better.
Well, you see, I had a son, too. A stepson. His name was Bernard.
Wait a minute. Barney Withers?
You knowed him?
Barney the Bum. That punk and small-time bank robber who was finally killed trying to crack Security First over in Danbury.
Yes, sir.
That was right after the job in Millville and 2 or 3 others before that.
Yes, sir.
Keep talking, Mr. Withers.
Well, now, maybe it's a pretty bad thing for me to say, him being my wife's kid and all, but, mister, that Bernard was no good.
That's an understatement.
Whatever happened to him, I mean his being killed, that's all he deserved. No good bank robber.
Go on.
Well, it was my knowing about him. That's what kept me from ever putting what I had in any bank. Instead, I sort of kept it right close, where I could watch over it.
Where?
Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. Right under the floor, over there in the corner.
You better show it to me, Mr. Withers. I'd like a look at the rest of your money.
Well, it's all gone now.
Gone?
I mean, all used up. The money of my own, I mean. That's why I had to start using up some of that Bernard hid away.
What's the matter with you, anyway? First, you tell me Barney was no good because of the jobs he pulled. You say that he deserved to die for what he did.
Yes, sir.
But you don't hesitate to keep and use the money that he stole.
Well, no, I didn't steal it, did I?
Well, do you think that makes you any less guilty for keeping it and spending it?
Well, sure.
Instead of returning it to the banks that it was stolen from? And why didn't you turn Barney in when you found out what he was doing? You say you had no use for him.
Well, I've been looking out for myself, is all. Man's got to look out for himself, don't he?
Well, from now on, the state's going to be looking out for you.
You mean you're going to get me arrested and put in jail?
You don't think I'm going to let you get off scot-free?
Well, it ain't as though Bernard done them jobs alone by himself, is it?
What difference does that make?
Well, 'cause that partner of his killed the bank guard over in Millville. Never caught him, though.
That has nothing whatever to do with this money that... Wait a minute. Do you know who that partner was?
Why, no. Why else you suppose I keep myself locked in here this way, and why I took out some life insurance?
Who was he?
Oh, that rotten, crooked Jerry McNear, that's who.
And you didn't tell the authorities?
Why should I? If I had, they might have tried to make me tell them where Bernard hid the money at. The same as that McNear's been trying. Only I kept telling him I don't know.
Mr. Withers...
Don't you see? As 'tis, the police and all think McNear got all the money. And I'll tell you this, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, tell me.
Only thing that's kept that McNear from killing me off for not telling him is that then he'd never find out where Bernard hid out that money.
Well, you better tell me, Mr. Withers, and fast.
Yeah. Well, now, if I tell you where it's at, so's you can take it back, you think maybe the police, they'd go a little easier on me?
Well, isn't that pretty up? Wait a minute, what's that?
A little shutter out there on the kitchen window. Must be. Now, listen. If you're sure it'll make it any easier on me...
If all or most of that money can be returned on the basis of your information, well, of course it will.
All right, then. You know the old Hacker farm about 2 miles up the road?
No, but go on.
Well, that's where the big poplar trees and the broken-down windmill is. A lot of broken windows in the house. Place is empty.
Go on.
That's counted nobody been living in it maybe for, 10, 15 years now. Except in Bernard when he was hiding.
And the money is somewhere in that house? Well?
Dollar?
Yes?
You sure you'll try and have 'em go easy on to me if I tell you where that money's hid?
The only thing I'm sure of is if you don't tell me, I'll turn you over to the authorities and tell them to show you no mercy at all.
All right, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Well, now, at the back of that old house, there's an old well. Only it ain't been used for years, and it's near empty now.
Yes?
You let yourself down by the rope on the windlass, maybe, 7, 8 foot. And there's a sort of big shelf hollowed out.
And that's where it is?
The money's right there on that shelf.
Hey.
Okay, Pop, thanks.
Jerry!
Expecting somebody else, Pop?
That's a corny line, McNear.
Keep out of this. Ready, Pop?
No, Jerry. No, listen, Jerry. Put it down. Put that thing down.
And now you.
Take it easy, McNair.
Don't move.
Listen to me.
No, keep away from that lamp. Yeah.
Hot, tired, thirsty.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
You've made iced tea, and oh, what a beautiful flavor. Oh, what a beautiful flavor in new instant Tenderleaf tea.
Just take a spoonful of instant Tenderleaf.
1,
Add cold tap water.
2,
Load it with ice.
3.
You've made iced tea. New instant Tenderleaf is 100% pure tea. Richer, brighter, livelier tea. It's made right from the juices of ripe young tea leaves. Instant Tenderleaf brand. Make a pitcher full.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. You've made iced tea, and oh, what a beautiful flavor in new instant Tenderleaf tea.
In the brief second it took him to shoot down the old man, I suddenly realized that I'd come along without my gun. In spite of smashing the old-fashioned oil lamp, the only light in the place, his first shot put a nice new part in my hair. As I rolled under the table, the other 2 shots missed me, although he must have been able to see me in the light from the fire I'd started. He stood there looking down at me at the blood running from the crease in my hair. But then, instead of shooting again, he turned away from the now roaring fire, went out the door, and took off in a car. I got thoroughly singed, dragging myself and the body of Mr. Withers outside. Then jumped into my car and headed up the dirt road, hoping I could find the Hacker farm some 2 miles away. The one with the tall poplars, the broken windmill, the windowless house. Yes, and the loot from the bank robberies. Ahead of me were the tail lights of McNear's car. The moon was full. I could see pretty well, so I cut off my own lights. After only a mile or so, he turned off to a farm that had a broken windmill, all right, but there were lights in the windows of the house. Good. He was going to the wrong place. Or else the old man had told me wrong. With my headlights on again, I finally found it. The old Hacker farm. The remains of a mailbox still bore the name on it. After a quick look to make sure I wasn't being followed, I drove in the yard and parked the car behind a clump of bushes. Then walked around the old well. With only the moonlight to go by, I lowered the bucket, snagged the rope over the handle of the windlass, and slowly went down, hand over hand, into the well, feeling with my feet around the circular brick wall for the shelf that Withers had described. It was a big square hole in the side of that wall, big enough for me to crouch in, and to find, with the help of a match, the 2 battered, moldy old suitcases loaded with money. Mostly 10s and 20s, literally hundreds of them. No wonder McNear had been willing to kill once he'd found out where it was hidden. But as I knelt there, wondering about the best way to load the stuff in the bucket that was now swinging down near the water at the bottom of the well.
Pretty stupid, Dollar.
What?
Got yourself into a trap, didn't you?
Did I, McNear?
You think I didn't know it was you coming down the road after me before you turned off your lights?
So you knew.
That's why I turned off at that other place, to make you think I was stopping there, so you fell for it, huh? Fell for that old gag.
Pretty smart, aren't you, McNear?
That's right. That's why I stay alive. But you're not smart, Dollar. And that's why you're going to end up in the bottom of this well feeling real dead. Kind of, I'm the guy that's got the gun. So as soon as I get a match going...
What makes you think I haven't got a gun?
And didn't try to use it while I was knocking over the old man? And you think I didn't know you were still alive back
As he
there
talked,
in his place?
I crouched there, out of his sight, and pulled off my jacket. I draped it over one of the suitcases, set my hat on one corner of it, then shoved it out just far enough for him to see it if he struck another match, in the hope he'd think it was me. Then I waited.
Yeah, I got plenty of light now. And you think I can't see your head and shoulders sticking out of that hole? You make a real nice target, Dollar, even with only a match to see you.
All right, then I'll climb on back up the rope.
Oh, no, you won't.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to shoot you right there in the well.
Oh, wait a minute. Listen to me.
It's no use,
I found the money. I'll make a deal with you. I'll split 50-50.
You make a deal? Ha. You're trying to stall, that's all.
Here.
Shut up. I got to be sure of my aim before this match goes out.
Listen to me, will you?
So long, Dollar. Just as easy as that. No, all I got to do is get down there and pick up all that nice new money. Oh! You gotta be careful. Got nothing to hurry about. Not now. Well, come on. You better find that shelf.
Right here.
Dollar! I heard you driving the water.
You heard that suitcase with my coat on it. Let go.
Let go of me.
Oh, you let go of that rope.
This time I'll kill you.
Try this, McNear.
I'll kill you.
With only one hand, try this. All he could do when he'd recovered from the shock of his fall was stand there in the water at the bottom of the well, knee-deep in the money from the suitcase I'd thrown down there, cursing me as I climbed out and pulled the bucket out of his reach. He was still there when I brought back a couple of the state police. Expense account total? Why bother with it when I'll collect such a nice commission on the loot I recovered? Not bad, you know. I mean, for one night's work. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Who did it? How did they do it? What in the world did they do? Who put the men in menthol smoking?
Alpine, that's who.
Now, the menthol cigarette has tobacco flavor a man can get hold of. Alpine always tastes rich, never smokes rough. Alpine filter cigarettes.
Nice.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one of the most valuable violins in the world that inspires a man to murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Parker Fennelly as Mr. Withers, Leon Janney as McNear, and Alan Manson as Lou Little. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
This is George Caldwell, Mr. Dollar.
Caldwell?
That's right. I'm in charge of the Office of Amalgamated Life Association here in Meridian, Mississippi.
Oh, I see.
Yes, sir. And I'm certainly glad I caught you.
What can I do for you, Mr. Caldwell?
Well, I understand that you've been given top security clearance.
That's right, sir, I have.
Good. Our client was certain you have, and that's why he asked that you be called in on this problem of his.
Who is the client?
His name is Dr. Emmett Melcher.
Yes?
Yes, he is head of the Melcher Laboratories here in Meridian. He does a great deal of work for the government.
I see.
And he's most anxious that you lose no time in getting down here to see him.
Sounds pretty important.
I'm certain it is.
What's it all about, Mr. Caldwell?
I don't know.
What?
The only thing I'm sure of is that whatever it is, it's top secret.
All right. I'll get there as quickly as possible. The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Amalgamated Life Association Meridian Office.
Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Philadelphia Miss matter. Expense account item 1, $81.60, cab to Bradley Field and plane fare to Meridian, Mississippi. Making connections wasn't as easy as I'd hoped. I had a stopover in New York, another in Atlanta, Georgia, so it was nearly 7 p.m. by the time I landed in the busy railroad and manufacturing center with its stockyards and business in cotton, tobacco, fruit, poultry, and lumber. In the hopes that Caldwell might still be waiting for me at his office, I grabbed a taxi. That's item 2, $1.85.
Okay, buddy, where to, huh?
You know the address of the Amalgamated Life building?
Are you kidding, buddy? I know this town like the back of my hand. Where'd you say you want to go?
Amalgamated Life Association.
Say it again, just once more.
Amalgamated Life.
I knowed it the minute you open that yap of yours. Hiya, Johnny.
Johnny?
Sure.
I don't get it.
You mean you don't recognize me?
I'm afraid not.
You kidding? I drove you halfway all over New York City one night when I was working up there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. You was chasing some crook from all the way down to Pier 27 all the way up to the Bronx. That's my old hometown. Sure, you're Johnny Dollar. Remember how much help I was helping you run down that crook that time? My name is Bernard York, and just call me Bernie.
All right, Bernie.
Yeah, boy, I sure remember that big fat tip you gave me that night. Hey, kept me eating steak for a week. And are you listening, Johnny?
Yes, Bernie.
You need any more help? I mean, down here, you just give me the buzz. Now, you do that, Johnny.
All right, sure.
Yeah, I may not talk too good, Johnny, but when it comes to using the old noodle, a New York boy like me has it all over the yokels from any other part of the country, and that's a fact. So, what kind of case you got down here, huh?
I haven't the least idea.
Oh, now don't give me that, Johnny.
No, it's a fact.
Okay. You keep it a secret if you want. I don't blame you. I guess it's part of your business. But I'll try and keep an eye on you, Johnny. And when you need my help, you just let me know, okay?
Okay, Bernie. Okay. George Caldwell was still in his office, and we got to the point right away.
Yes, I checked the airline schedule, Mr. Dollar, found out how late you would arrive, and figured I had better stay around.
Well, tell me, have you found out any more about what's bothering this Dr. Melcher?
Well, I phoned the laboratories to tell him you were on your way, but it seems he was suddenly called to Washington and may not be back until quite late tonight.
Mm-hmm.
However, his secretary, Miss Mona Littlewolf, said that she would wait for him.
Little Wolf?
Yes, she's a Philadelphia girl. Part Indian, I understand.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose I better grab a taxi and get on out to the laboratories.
I would think it advisable.
And the man behind the wheel of the taxi that just happened to be waiting out front? My pal, Bernie again.
Melcher Laboratories, huh? Must be real important, Johnny.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I do. And they got more government secrets going on at that place, you know, man in space and all that caper.
Oh?
Hey, is that what you come down here to investigate, something like that?
Bernie, I told you I wouldn't know.
Okay. But when you need me, Johnny, you just holler. I'll be around.
I'm sure you will. That secretary, Mona Littlewolf, it was worth the trip to Meridian. About 5'3" or 4", with jet black hair and an olive complexion that was out of this world. Dark eyes that didn't miss a thing but said plenty. And when you talk about two people who click on the spot, brother, this was it. It was first names right off the bat, and I felt perfectly willing to forget about Dr. Melcher and all his problems and give my time to her. And, she kind of gave me reason to think she felt the same.
Oh, now stop. Flatterer.
Well, how do you keep that beautiful tan sitting around in an office all day?
I told you. I'm part Indian. One of the few 1,000% Americans left around here.
That explains the last name, Littlewolf.
Mm-hmm. And you're sure your name isn't really Johnny Big Wolf?
Oh, Mona, you cut me to the quick. Tell me, when will Dr. Melcher be back?
Well, his last wire, it came in about an hour ago, said not until morning. That I should tell you to wait for him.
You know what it is that he wants to see me about?
You know something?
What?
I am his own private personal secretary.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know what goes on around this place. What he's developing or working on or anything. It's the eeriest thing working here and not knowing what it's all about.
Well, I'm sorry I had to keep you waiting then.
I'm not. Johnny.
You know something? I'm not either.
Good. The only trouble is I'm going on a vacation tomorrow.
Oh. I'm going to be tied down here with your boss.
Oh, no.
Look, as long as I have until morning before he gets back.
While the cat's away?
Why not? Must be all sorts of ways to spend a pleasant evening here in Meridian. With you along.
Why not?
I fully expected pal Bernie and his taxi was still waiting outside, and after some snide comments on how fast I work and how well I pick him, he drove us back to town. I dropped her off at her apartment, then registered at the Lamar Hotel, showered, shaved, then picked her up and we proceeded to do the town. This time, by some miracle, without Bernie around. It was something after 3 o'clock in the morning by the time Mona and I helped close up the last nightclub on our list, then went out to the nearly vacant street to look for a cab.
Taxi, cut!
Oh, what a wonderful evening, Johnny, darling.
Mona, have you looked? It's morning.
Then the morning's wonderful. You're wonderful. Everything is wonderful.
Oh, Mona, are you sure you want to go away on that vacation?
Mm-mm. But I'm afraid I'd better.
But why?
Truth, Johnny?
The truth.
You? I'd better kind of get away and think about you and me.
Mona, another day or two.
You want a taxi, mister?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I didn't want to disturb you and the lady, but here you are, sir.
All right, thank you. Mona?
Yes.
Get away, mister. I'll help her in.
Wait a minute now.
Get in, lady.
Just a minute.
And stay in there and shut up.
Now, look. No, you don't.
Oh, no? And just to make sure, mister.
A number of years ago, it was said that, in spite of the large population of this planet, men and women remain the most inaccessible things on it. Today, we see this lack of understanding among peoples of the world reflected in headline stories. But it isn't because the people of the world are enemies. All people want to be friends. Long before the termination of World War II, Reverend Eugene Wood, a Methodist minister from Oceanside, California, went into a Scottsdale, Arizona camp where German prisoners of war were interned and offered his services to the imprisoned men. Among other things, Reverend Wood taught the men English, and he taught them about the United States of America. During the following years, after the men had been repatriated to their native Germany, nearly half of the internees corresponded frequently with Reverend Wood. Those men expressed a unique understanding of the people and the country of the United States of America. This great feeling of friendship and understanding prompted the minister to make a pilgrimage to Europe to seek out the men he had befriended in the prisoner of war camp in Arizona. This gesture on Reverend Wood's part gained him a fantastic welcome everywhere he went. In all the places he visited, he spread the gospel of love and friendship and had it returned to him. There were no enemies, only men with the love of freedom, the right of all men, everywhere.
I came to in my own bed at the Lamar Hotel. And working over me with a wet towel in one hand and a bottle of bourbon in the other was Bernie the cabbie.
Atta boy, Johnny, pal, you're coming around all okay.
Bernie.
Hey, you want another slug of this here now, bourbon?
No, thanks, Bernie.
Thought you was going to need my help around this bay. Sure lucky I was cruising around late last night. I seen you laying there in front of that fancy saloon. Boy, was you out cold like a fish.
Bernie, what time is it?
Well, it's almost 9 a.m. in the morning. Now, you lay still. I'll call. I'll have some breakfast brung up.
No.
And some good, strong coffee, boy.
Hey, let me have that phone, will you?
What? Now, listen, Johnny, pal, you better just relax.
Hello.
Now,
Hello, operator.
Johnny.
Operator. The call was to Mona's apartment. No answer. But why that attack on us? And the kidnapping of Mona? The few nice jewels she'd been wearing? Hardly. I asked Bernie if he'd seen the taxi.
Well, I seen a car pulling away, Johnny, but no taxi.
Well, now that you mention it, maybe it wasn't.
You sure tore up the street getting away, too. And, Johnny, it looks to me like somebody got wise to your being here on whatever kind of a job you're working on, and they figured they better stop your clock.
You may be right, but why carry off Mona?
Well, because they maybe thought she was working with you. And now they know you don't dare make a move if you don't want her getting hurt.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
So maybe I better call up the police, huh?
Wait a minute.
Easy now, Johnny. You just lay there and let me open it. You got a gun?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, you keep me covered. You ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Inside, buddy, and start talking. Who are you? Just start talking.
Wait a minute, Bernie.
Are you Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Oh, thank goodness. I am Dr. Melcher.
Oh, say, Doc, I'm sorry.
But what is going on here?
Well, that's exactly what I'd like to know, Doctor.
And what has happened to you, Mr. Dollar?
Bernie.
Yeah, Johnny.
Don't call in the police, not yet.
Anything you say, Johnny.
See if you can find somehow what happened to the girl, what happened to Mona.
Mona?
If anything really did. Check with all your driver pals all over town. If anybody's likely to have seen her, they are.
You're right, Johnny. A hockey is better than all the cops in town when it comes to
right,
checking.
Now go ahead. Circulate around. Put it on your meter, and I'll pay the bill.
And if I get a lead on her, should I bring her here?
No. Don't even let her know. Just call me. If I'm not here, I'll be at the doctor's laboratory. Now go ahead.
Yes, sir, Johnny. You leave it to me.
All right now, Doctor. Tell me what it is that you wanted me down here for.
Oh, but it is too late. It has already been stolen.
Been stolen? What has?
Well, I'll tell you what I can about it. You see, it is highly classified. I'll tell you in a moment.
Whatever you say.
The point is that for some days now, I've suspected that someone was trying to get hold of it.
Yes?
Yes, the vault, the temperature-controlled vault in which I've kept it. You see, no one else has worked on this formula but me.
Formula for what, sir?
I found the vault had been tampered with. I didn't dare to call the police because of the secrecy involved, but perhaps I should have called in the FBI, but I sent for you because I knew that you... Oh, but you are too late now, Mr. Dollar. When I got back from Washington, I got there this morning. It was gone.
The formula?
No. The product itself. And unless it is found within 2 or 3 days at the most... But now I suppose I'd better tell you what it is.
Yes, Doctor. I think maybe you'd better. Believe me, what Dr. Melcher told me is classified. I can only tell you it has to do with, well, a sort of experimental fuel he's been working on.
What's more, Mr. Dollar, this substance is not only very powerful, but extremely unstable. Unless carefully controlled temperature and pressure are maintained constantly...
An explosion, Doctor? Something like that?
A most devastating explosion would take place. Not when it is perfected, you understand. That is what I am working on. But in its present form, the form in which it was stolen.
Why would it be stolen?
Full knowledge of it could be worth millions.
You mean to a foreign power?
To anyone working in this field. But don't you see, whoever stole it does not know the sample he took is incomplete, is imperfect, is terribly, terribly dangerous. Within a matter of a day or two... You simply got to find it, Mr. Dollar.
Listen, did you tell anyone that I was coming here?
No one. Except, of course, Mr. Caldwell at the insurance company.
But no one else?
No one else. Absolutely no one.
But she told me she had orders to wait around for me.
She?
Yes, Mona.
But
So, obviously, the attack on her was only a fake. A cover-up.
Oh, no, Mr. Dollar.
I have a sneaking suspicion that when we find her, we'll find this... what we're looking for.
Oh, but I can't believe it. Mona.
You said it's worth $1 million, didn't you?
Millions.
All right, she knew I was coming because Caldwell phoned your office yesterday. And she must have figured out why. That girl's got a brain, Doctor. She knew then that she'd have to act fast, she and whoever's working with her, like the man who tried to kill me last night.
Tried to kill you?
Yes, it was her idea to go to that particular nightclub. It was a rendezvous with that goon. Now it all ties up. Hello?
Here's the word on it, Johnny.
Yes, Bernie.
I got it from one of the drivers west of the depot in the bus station.
Yes?
Furthermore, he's known that dame for years.
Yes, Bernie, go on.
I mean, he's seen her around. He's had her for a fair, so there's no mistake about it.
Where is she?
Took off on a bus with a heavy suitcase with her.
Took off to where?
Bought a ticket to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia?
That's right. But now, Johnny...
All right, Bernie, thanks. Caldwell said she came here from Philadelphia. Doctor, I'll see you later.
Where are you going, Mr. Dollar?
The airport.
Airport?
That's right.
Oh, but I'm afraid I don't... Oh, but you must understand the danger, Mr. Dollar. If that substance is not found...
No time to talk about it, Doctor. I've got to get out to that airport and fast.
Democracy, that has always provided the greatest opportunity for every man to have an equal chance to work where he wishes, doing the kind of work he can do best. There is opportunity in a democracy for every man, if he wants to work hard enough, to advance professionally and socially in many facets of a complex and interesting life. There is also opportunity in a democracy for every man to worship his God in his own way. Democracy is opportunity, and free opportunity in a democracy gives mankind its greatest legacy of freedom.
Expense account item 4, $2 for a cab. Not Bernie's, couldn't wait for him. A cab to the airport. Item 5, $30.45 plane ticket to Philadelphia, PA. But before taking off, I called the office of the bus line, talked to the manager, and gave him specific instructions about a checkup on all passengers who'd cleared for the city of brotherly love that morning, about where and how to contact me. Then I jumped aboard the plane and we took off. When I got to Philadelphia, I enlisted the aid of my old pal, Lieutenant Harry Langley, of the police department. He went to work immediately, but then, nearly 24 hours later...
Nothing, Johnny, nothing. I checked that bus line from stem to stern at every station between Riddy and Miss and here.
Well, it's the Philadelphia Miss I'm interested in.
And don't forget, when that bus line manager called you here, he said he had no record of any long-trip ticket, any Mona Little Wolf to begin with.
Well, then she must have used another name.
Yeah, when he said the only through ticket to here was bought by a man?
Well, maybe by that henchman of hers. A cab driver back there meant the ticket was bought for her.
And, Johnny, I've had good men at the railroad stations and the airport, too, just in case. All of them with a perfect description of her. I don't think she's coming here.
Lieutenant, can you think of a better place to hide out than a big city like this?
Some out-of-the-way small town.
Yeah, I suppose so. Of course, her ticket...
Of course, Philadelphia was pretty small when I was born in it. You know, only a couple of hundred people.
What's the gag?
No gag. When I was born in Philadelphia, that's exactly what the population was, about 200.
What?
That was in Philadelphia, Indiana.
What'd you say?
Sure, my old hometown, Philly, Indiana.
Wait a minute, Lieutenant. Wait a minute.
You didn't think that right here in PA was the only Philadelphia, did you?
Lieutenant, if there's one more Philadelphia, maybe there's more than one more.
I wouldn't know.
Come on, get me a handful of maps, an atlas, anything. And the other one? The third Philadelphia in these United States? Not 40 miles north of where I'd started from, north of Meridian, Mississippi. And that's where Mona had gone with that deadly explosive with her. Airfare back to Meridian, $30.45, then $50 deposit there on a rental car. I raced north and west on Route 19 up in Neshoba County, heart of Mississippi's Indian country, where Mona Little Wolf could be sure of finding protection among her friends. On a side road a couple of miles short of Philadelphia, parked 100 yards in front of what was apparently an abandoned farmhouse, Bernie slumped down, sound asleep behind the wheel of his taxi. Bernie, wake up. Wake up. What goes on here?
Johnny, holy mother, what took you so long?
What are you doing here?
I told you, didn't I? My pop's seen her buy a bus ticket up here to Philadelphia. Where you been?
Don't ask.
But listen, when you didn't show, I come on up here myself.
Good
see?
boy.
And I found out that her and that goon, his name is Willie Bigtooth, he's a bad one. They're inside of this busted down old farmhouse. See it?
They're inside.
Yeah, and me, I've been sitting here watching it so they couldn't make a break until you got here. What a solid day of it, Johnny. When them taking pot shots at me now. Ooh, you see what I mean?
Come on, get around the other side of the cab.
You ain't kidding, but I'm glad he's a lousy shot.
He or she.
She hears all right.
Go away, Johnny. Go on away. You and that crazy cab driver.
No, listen to me, Mona. That stuff you stole from the lab. Leave it there and get out, Mona. It'll kill you.
Sorry, Johnny. A bluff like that won't work.
I'm not bluffing, Mona. That stuff is explosive. Now leave it. Get away from there before it's too late.
What? Too late for what, Johnny?
You don't realize the danger in the stuff you have there.
All I know is it's worth a fortune, Johnny, darling.
Mona, listen to me.
And if you think we can't get out of here after dark...
She's right, Johnny.
Mona!
You're forgetting. We have Indian blood in us.
Get out of there, Mona. Get away.
Yes, darling? Get away from what?
Holy Toledo!
Any comments on this case? Why bother? Expense account total, including a mitful for good old faithful Bernie, $485.75. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Mason Adams as Bernie, Arthur Cole as Dr. Melcher, Rita Lloyd as Mona Littlewolf, Martin Blaine as Lieutenant Langley. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Stuart Metz speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Freddie Friedkin, Johnny, over here at Mono Guarantee Insurance.
Freddie, how are you?
Oh, same as always. Listen, why don't you do me a favor?
If I can.
Ever hear of an old dame by the name of Mrs. Ambrose Winifred Van Turkle?
Ambrose, what?
Van Turkle.
No, I'm happy to say I haven't.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there. Nancy's an old first budget. Lives over in South Tyrone, 1227.
South Tyrone, she must be loaded.
And depends on how you look at it. But we have written a bit of insurance on her jewelry. And Johnny...
How much?
Just under $2 million. And Johnny...
You're kidding.
Not a bit. But now listen.
My regular commission on $1 million?
Now listen, will
Freddie, say no more. I'll take the case.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Mono Guarantee Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Too Many Crooks matter. You know, they say that too many cooks spoil the broth. Well, believe me, too many crooks can certainly mess up an insurance investigation. I know. Expense account item 1, $4.60 to fill the gas tank on my car. Then I drove to Freddie Friedkin's office down in the square. He was waiting for me out front. Okay, it's ready. Let's have it.
Well, look, if you hadn't hung up the phone on
I think it must be pretty urgent. You're standing here says I was right. So, what goes with this Van Turco dame and her $1 million worth of jewelry?
I told you, and that's why she's an important client. I understand, incidentally, she keeps it all out there at her home.
She does, huh?
And that's fine with us. Makes the premiums that much higher.
What's happened to her, Freddie?
Her? Well, not a thing, nothing at all. It's what happens to me.
What do you mean?
Well, it's the day off for all her servants, including the chauffeur. So I promised to drive her in here to the office this morning to go over some of her policies.
Well, Fred.
Well, now, if I don't, the old fuss pot is liable to blow a gasket and cancel everything. And she would.
You mean that's all you told me about?
So the first vice president in charge of me has just arrived in town, and that means I don't dare leave this place.
Freddie, I was counting a commission on
So
her.
I told her you'd drive her in here.
You what?
And, Johnny, I don't know what this power is that you seem to have over these old biddies, but she knows all about you. Listens to every program every week and thinks you're wonderful.
Freddie, flattery will get you nowhere.
Now, look, instead of chewing me out, she said fine. She'd get all tricked up in her Sunday best and be waiting for me.
Oh, Freddie, look.
And I'm serious, Johnny. This is really important.
Am I supposed to wear a uniform and chauffeur's cap?
I'm not kidding. It is important, very. Will you do it as a favor to me?
As a favor to you?
Yeah.
No.
Now, Johnny.
But I will for another reason.
Oh?
I would just like to have a look at the female who can throw such a scare into fearless Freddie Friedkin. I drove to the CCU residential section on South Cologne Avenue. Number 1227 was one of those huge, once very fashionable brownstone affairs surrounded with broad lawns, formal gardens, and plenty of stately elms. The winding driveway led to a porte cochere on one side. I pulled in it, gave the horn a couple of polite beats, and waited. Looks like a ladyship really does one service. Well, I'm something that's still using these things. Well, come on, your ladyship, your carriage is waiting. So am I. Oh, Mrs. Van... When I finally saw the light again, the birds out there in the trees were singing merrily. But to my aching head, it sounded like they were screaming. I just lay there for a minute or two trying to collect my wits. Whoever given me that cloud over the head had really done a good job of it. It made sure I'd stay out of circulation long enough for him to... But wait a minute. I'd had just one glimpse of him in a brief second when I'd opened that door. William McPeak. That's what it was. William McPeak, slugger and second story man with a record as long as your arm. With old Mrs. Van Turco alone in this big house. I managed painfully to get back on my feet. Mrs. Van Turco? Mrs. Van Turco! I found her slumped over in a chair in a sort of morning room. She'd been struck over the head, too, and hard. She was breathing, but only faintly. I grabbed the telephone. Amanda, come on.
Dr. Brinkley here?
Oh, Doctor, listen.
Yes?
This is Johnny Dollar. I'm over here at Mrs. Van Turco's place.
Oh, yes, Johnny. She's a patient of mine.
Listen to me, Doctor, will you? Somebody got in here and hit her over the head, and she's in bad shape.
What?
I don't know whether she'll live.
I'll be there right away.
You better. Another call, this time to headquarters from Sergeant Harry Benning. He promised to send somebody pronto. Then, after throwing Afghan into Mrs. Van Turco, I looked around. Finally, I found it in the library. The oil painting pushed aside. In back of it, the wall safe. Broken open and very empty. On the floor, a single ring that apparently had been dislodged from the setting. I dropped it in my pocket and made another phone call.
Hello?
Freddie, Johnny.
But
Where are you, Johnny? What happened? Didn't you go out there and pick her up?
Listen to me, Freddie.
Yeah?
How much did you say you've insured the jewelry for?
Well, close to $1 million. Why?
You better get ready to send her a check.
What?
If she stays alive.
This ever happened to you? You're driving down a long highway or working late, and then monotony makes you feel drowsy. Perk up with No-Dose. No-Dose keeps you alert with the same safe refresher found in coffee. Yet No-Dose is faster, heavier, more reliable. Absolutely not habit-forming. The safe way to stay alert without harmful stimulants. No-Dose.
Sit down. Thanks for the tip on old Van Turkle. I sent Mullins over there right away.
Well, good. I left as soon as the doctor got there.
Yeah, I talked with the doc on the phone and sent an ambulance out.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try, but he's not sure if he can pull it through.
Good. Listen, Harry.
Hey, that reminds me.
Yeah?
Yeah, an old friend of yours just left town only about an hour ago at our request.
Friend of mine? Who?
An old strong-arm by the name of Willie McPeak.
Willie? What?
Yeah, we helped him onto a train to New York.
Oh, fine.
Told him we just don't like his looks around here.
Harry, he's the man.
What?
Didn't you know? He's not only a strong-arm specialist, but he has enough raps against him for burglary to fill a book.
But our records here only show a couple of arrests over the years.
I don't care what they show, Harry. He's the one I found there at Mrs. Van Turkle's house, the one who belted me over the head.
Oh, and we helped him out of town.
You sure did.
Okay, Johnny, okay. I'll notify the New York Police Department right away to grab him for us.
If they can find him. And you know how long it'll take just to get the wheels turning, get all the red tape out of the way?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, brother. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can find him.
Wow, Johnny.
A little local knowledge, Harry.
About him?
About him and about some other people down there. I'll see you later. Item 2, 1045, plane fare to New York. And I was lucky. A flight took off just a few minutes after I got to Bradley Field. Item 3, in the big city, $4 even for a cab into 18th Precinct headquarters. Before even talking to my old pal, Lieutenant Manning Singer, I appropriated a phone in the office next days and made 5 calls to men who were always ready to dig up a little information from me for a price. Then I walked into Randy's office.
Okay. Now, what's it all about, Johnny? You can make all those calls to in there.
Randy, if I told you, you'd probably round them all up and toss them in the jug.
Oh, stories, eh?
Right. And they're a lot more valuable to me on the loose.
Well, sure you hadn't better tell me who they are so we can, sort of protect them for you. Uh-huh. Departments can always use some extra talk of criminals, Johnny.
Randy, I'd rather not.
Okay, but stop tapping that diamond or whatever it is on the top of my desk, will you? Want to scratch the glass?
This diamond is what I came here about.
Well, Johnny, you sure couldn't pick a better day than this to come down here and test you.
Why, what's that?
Well, everything. Pencils on our necks again. There's a lot of phony dough that's circulating around.
Oh?
Places are darn good. It takes an expert to tell the bad 10s and 20s from the good ones.
How does it mean?
Yes and no. I mean, when you say ring, you're pretty up to those boys around here, Johnny. I mean, you've got to feel that almost all of them.
Almost all.
Well, of course, the federal boys are beating their brains out, too, but what's happening is this.
Yeah?
Every time we knock over a print shop that's been making the stuff, we get there too late.
How do you mean?
Well, the plates are gone. Been sold to someone else. And not just to another printer, Johnny. That we could crack down real easy. I think, guys. I hope. But to some intermediary, some brain who plants them with another printer just long enough to get out a mitzvah and then pass them on to somebody else.
Well, maybe you better shut down every print shop in town, Randy.
Oh, sure. You know what it takes? Just one little crack tucked away in somebody's basement. City this size, it could be thousands of them. But the department's raising Cain, the feds are complaining we aren't cooperating, I feel lousy. And what's your problem?
Willie McPeak.
McPeak? Well, he hasn't been active for a long time.
Oh, he hasn't, he?
Ambitious, Willie? Yeah. Always on the way to something big and always ending up in the place.
Now, let me tell you now, Randy.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah? No. We tried peddling greaseballs for a while, Johnny. 2 years up the river. Tried bookmaking another term. Tried half a dozen rackets. Always fell on his face. The only thing he could seem to get away with was a burglary and safe job.
Well, he can't this time, so listen.
Now, look, Johnny, I'd like to help you, Rudy. Will you stop tapping that thing?
Nearly $1 million worth of jewels.
I don't care if it's... Down here?
No, up in Hartford, but I need your help.
Well, Johnny, until we get official tips from the boys up there, you know how it is.
I mean, a little deal between you and me has to be official all of a sudden?
Oh, no, of course not. But will you stop scratching that diamond on the glass?
Okay,
huh?
Randy.
Well, wait. Yeah? This? Who? Yeah. To you, Johnny.
Oh? Johnny Dollar.
Party.
Oh, yes, Barney.
Yes, party who? This number you give me headquarters.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's where I am. Go ahead.
You wouldn't pull one on me, Johnny.
Nah, Spotty, you know me better than that.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You got something for me?
Say, couple of C-notes, Johnny?
Let's say 100, Spotty. If it gets me anywhere, then it's two.
Okay. Just a couple of minutes ago with a briefcase on him.
Yeah.
718 East 49th.
I got it.
He pokes the buzzer for number 2A, and then he goes in.
2A, huh? Okay.
Now, what does that mean?
You know anybody lives over on East 49th Street, Mary?
Did I?
I'll let you know.
Now, wait, Johnny. I thought you wanted some help.
I may not need it now.
Oh, no? Well, now, wait a minute. Maybe you...
Item $1 even for a cab with a musty 6-unit apartment building on East 49th Street. I quickly pushed the button, but no apartment is number 2A. They all must have been empty and the tenants had gone out because nobody kicked open the lock on the front door for me. So I flipped the lock, then I quietly went inside and up the stairs to the door of 2A.
Nobody talks to them, sir. I'll be quiet. What do you mean, give them back to you? You crazy or something? I give you the rec form, so now I'll keep them. Oh, yes, you gave me these, all right. Sure, I made a deal. I carried out my head, and now you want to work out on me? Keep your voice down, Willie. What are you trying to pull on me, huh? You want me to get rough? I said you Willie, these stones you broke. I'm telling you, Buster. All right, put down that gun. You listen to me, Willie. I warned you, Buster. Start.
All right, don't try it, Willie. Just drop your gun. Kick it over here. Come on.
Sure. Okay.
All right, now sit down over there against the wall. Let me take a look at you. Looks like you killed him, Willie.
Turn it back out on me.
But if you figure on keeping this mess of jewels and whatever it was he gave you for them. What was it, Willie? What did he give you for them? Look, take a look at his briefcase here. Don't move, Willie.
Okay. You got the gun.
About as pretty a set of proclamation plans and flowers as I've ever seen. There's that Newport team again. Comes through like the taste of a Newport Civic cigarette. Fresh and cool. Like the voice of a girl you used to know. Listen. There's a difference, all right. Like when you light up your first Newport. Man, you've never tasted anything like it. Good, rich tobacco flavor. The right amount of menthol. Just a hint of cool, refreshing mint. So, what is it that fellow in the commercial says about Newport? Are there any questions, man? Questions? No. I got the message. Newport's more refreshing to begin with, more refreshing all the way. Newport. Randy, this is Johnny again.
Johnny, where are you calling from?
718 East 49th.
Well, listen, I just...
Apartment 2A.
There's a guy living over there we've been looking at for years.
There was, Randy.
Name of Horace Petersley. A passer of hot jewelry, that sort of stuff, you know? Only we never have been able to... Hey, what'd you say? What?
That's right, he's dead.
Okay, I'll be right over.
No, Randy.
What do you mean?
Send somebody else.
Well, now listen, Johnny. If you knocked him off, I mean, even...
Somebody else killed him, Randy. The punk I have sitting here at the other end of my gun.
Who?
You stay right there in your office, and I'll be along in a couple of minutes with the Van Turkle jewels and with Willie McPeak in tow.
You're kidding.
Not a bit.
And that's all the more reason I better get over there.
No, Randy, because while you're waiting for us, I want you to get hold of Fritz Melchior.
That, gemologist?
Yes. Tell him to get there immediately with all of his equipment.
Well, I don't get it, Johnny.
You will, Randy. You will. Item 4, another dollar for another cab. Luckily, by the time we got to headquarters, Melchior, the gemologist, was there and waiting. I handed him the Van Circle jewels and told him to set up his equipment on Randy's desk and get to work.
Now, it's going to take the ultraviolet lamp a moment or two to get warmed up, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, that's perfectly all right, Mr. Melchior.
In the meantime, I'll just set up this retail refractometer and the mic.
Just take your time.
But why can't we just book Willie and lock him up, Johnny? Conroy's going to get tired sitting there holding a gun on him.
Randy?
It's time for me.
And he sees what I think he's going to see. He wished that he had that gun to shoot himself with. After you, by the way.
What do you mean by that?
I remember. It seems to me he got a little annoyed earlier when I sat here at the glass-top desk fooling around with the stone that Willie left behind at Mrs. Van Tipple's.
But sure, you get tapping, and rubbing it over the glass, trying to scratch.
Just the point, Randy. Rubbing it on the glass, but not scratching. Huh? Johnny, you tell me, is there a single scratch there?
No. No, Johnny, you're right. Son of a gun.
No, of course, it isn't absolutely conclusive. I make no bones about it. It didn't sink in at all while I was doing it. But when I heard the now deceased Horace Petersley back there in his apartment, when I heard him telling Willie that the deal was off to give him back the place, it suddenly dawned on me.
Yeah, so maybe we've got more crooks on this deal than we bargained for, huh? Too many crooks.
Mm-hmm. Including a little old lady who figured on collecting nearly $1 million on that stuff that Mr. Melchior is looking at.
Hey, now, listen, what do you mean by that? All right, hold it down.
Well, Mr. Melchior?
Gentlemen, there is no question about it.
Are you sure, sir?
I am absolutely certain. Now, look here, please. You too, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
You see, I used a polished piece of corundum. Now, does the so-called diamond stress it? No. The corundum wears away the stone. And here, the test with the refractometer is further proof.
With the what?
The refractometer. It measures the deviation from a straight line suffered by a ray of light in passing obliquely through various media of varying density. Now, look here. Under the ultraviolet light. Now, you see?
Yeah, that's mighty pretty, Mr. Melchior.
Now, that is a genuine diamond, Lieutenant, that I brought along for comparison. But, now look at this one. Under the black light. And this. And this. And this.
A lot of nothing by comparison.
Exactly.
In other words, Mr. Melchior, the supposedly precious jewels insured by Mrs. Van Turkle.
Quite so, Mr. Dollar. They're straps, paste, common glass. They're not valuable gems.
What are you, some kind of a nut?
Although some of them have been very cleverly cut.
No. Listen, hang on, Conway.
Wait a minute. Look. It ain't true. It's a lie. It ain't true. I took him out of that safe myself. I had to kill a man to make a deal with him. No, it ain't true.
True, all right, Willie.
Then I've been robbed. Get him out of here, Conway. Lock him up. Right. Look, I've been
Well, Johnny, much as I hate to admit it, you've kind of done yourself a good day's work.
Well, of course, Willie helped a bit.
Oh, sure.
He got hold of those counterfeit plates for you, Randy, didn't he? And he took care of that Petersley character for you, too. So, Randy, why don't you be a nice guy and see that he doesn't get more than a couple of lifetimes. As for the phony jewels, well, old Mrs. Van Turkle was completely recovered from her beating, by the way. Set us straight. The real gems she always carefully kept in her vault in the bank. The paste that she had there in the wall safe were for casual wear. Expense account total, including the payoff to my friend Spotty, call it $250. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
get premium gasoline performance at regular gasoline price, find out what so many other car owners have found. In 3 out of 5 cars, regular price Sinclair Dyno gasoline matches performance of premium gasoline. Saves you up to 4 cents a gallon. Almost anywhere you see the Sinclair sign, you can save up to 4 cents a gallon with Dyno and still get premium performance and mileage. Drive with care and buy Sinclair Dyno gasoline. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Fred Henderson. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Sound patterns by Walter Otto. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Court Benson, Jim Stevens, Tom Gorman, Jackson Beck, Sam Gray, Maurice Copeland, and Bill Smith. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hannah speaking. Hear Coleman on Sports 10 times each weekend on the CBS Radio Network.
This is KRLD, AM and FM, Dallas.
If everybody's passing you on the highway, chances are you're going too slow. The too slow driver, the lane changer, inattentiveness on the part of experienced drivers whose driving skills have become automatic are the real menaces on the highway. Sudden stops or slowdowns invite rear-end collisions. Try to maintain an even speed, neither much faster nor much slower than the flow of traffic. Follow other vehicles at a safe distance. Remember, at 60 miles an hour, under good conditions, it still takes 23 car lengths to stop. Friends, this is Kelly Maddox, Executive Secretary of the Citizens Traffic Commission, asking you to take stock of your driving habits. Don't be a slowpoke driver and don't be a speed demon. Drive at a speed that is safe and prudent. Safe and prudent not only for you, but for others that are driving on the same street or highway. Driving too slow can be just as dangerous as driving too fast.
Johnny Dollar.
Reed here at Floyd's of England.
Georgie, how are you?
I beg your pardon?
George Reed, Floyd's of England?
Oh, no, Mr. Dollar. No, this is Geoffrey Reed. I'm George's younger brother.
Oh, I didn't know he had one.
Oh, yes, indeed. What's more, I've taken over here, in George's place, so to speak.
Well, what's happened to him?
Well, he's been reassigned to the Home Office back in London.
Oh, I see.
Yes, well-deserved promotion for him. He'll be in charge of all foreign business out of the Home Office, yes.
That big bum.
Eh? I beg your pardon?
I mean, for running off without telling me, without giving me a chance to throw him a farewell party or something.
Oh, well, you see, it was quite sudden.
Well, it must have been. George and I got to be pretty good friends, you know, over the years. We worked a lot of cases together.
Yes, so he informed me. He also informed me, Mr.
Some of them were pretty wild, though, I must say, like the insurance on a pair of singing mice, on stolen ambergris from a totally non-existent whale.
Also
some pretty wild ones. I mean, you know, policies he never had any business issuing. So he's going back to Old England,
yes, he also informed me... Yes, just a few days ago. And as I
started... Son of a gun, I'll miss the old boy. You know something, Geoffrey?
Please, Mr.
He was the only insurance man I ever knew... Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I have interrupted you, haven't I?
He also... George, that is... also informed me that if I were to run into any difficulties that... of an unusual nature...
Yes?
Shall we say that... shouldn't be called to the attention of the police, that I need never hesitate to call upon you.
Uh-oh. What kind of crazy coverage has that company of yours given this time?
It's a policy George wrote himself.
Oh, then I shudder.
And I dare say you can hardly call this one crazy, Mr. Dollar. That is, when you consider it will require paying out some 100,000 of your American dollars.
On what?
On the life... or I should say the return of a little child.
Return of a Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about a kidnapping?
Yes, I am.
Well, have you called in the police, the FBI?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
Because the most explicit terms of the policy...
What are you talking about? What's an insurance policy got to do with whether or not you bring in the proper authorities?
Everything, Mr. Dollar.
Don't you understand, Reed, that kidnapping is a federal offense? Listen, give me the names involved. I'll notify the FBI myself.
No. That is the one thing you must not do.
Now, listen to me.
Now, please, Mr. Dollar, come over here and read the policy. Let me give you the facts of the case. I shall try to have the father over here to see and talk with you.
And I think you'll change your mind about calling in the FBI.
Well, that I doubt very much. But okay, Mr. Reed. I'll be there in a few minutes.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer and the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Shifty Looker matter. Expense account item 1. $4.30 for the inevitable tank full of gas. I always seem to find it empty when I have to use my car in a hurry. I drove downtown to Reed's office in the Spear Building. Jeffrey looked very much like his brother George, for whom I've handled so many investigations over the years, but he sounded far more British. Also, he seemed to have the knack of getting to the point by the longest possible way around.
He also informed me, Mr. Dollar, that I should keep, shall we say, a rather wary eye on your expense account.
Oh, yes, but...
that it might tend to get somewhat out of hand on occasion.
Well, let's not worry about that just now.
And I know, now that I've taken over this office, I fully appreciate how you may feel about some of the policies George issued during his tenure of office here. And I'm afraid this is one of them.
Well, suppose you tell me what happened.
The fact remains that by virtue of having written some of these, shall we say, rather unusual policies, he was able to build up the company's North American business to a wholly unprecedented extent.
Yes, we know that, Jeffrey, but about this kidnapping...
As a matter of fact, it was his outstanding record here that earned him the privilege of returning to the home office of...
Jeffrey, let's get to the business at hand, shall we?
Oh, yes, of course. Do you mind if I use the typical American familiarity and call you Johnny, as I understand George...
You can call me anything you like if you'll only get to the point.
Very well. And first, Johnny, I must insist that you read the terms of the policy covering the Looker child.
Looker?
Yes, just what it sounds like. Looker. Cynthia Looker, and her father's name is Stephen.
Stephen Looker. Steve Looker.
Why do you say it that way?
I'm not sure, really. Somewhere in the back of my mind... Oh, forget it. Now, what happened?
Well, Mr. Looker and his child have residence at the old Wakefield Towers. He's retired, I understand. At least according to the policy.
Looker.
I beg your pardon?
No, nothing. Go on.
Well, he called me just before I called you. That is, I called you after checking over this policy, as he insists I do.
Yes, well?
It seems that he spent last evening, up to the wee small hours, with some friends, leaving his daughter Cynthia alone in the apartment.
How old is Cynthia?
7.
Go on.
When he returned early this morning, she was gone.
Well, now, that doesn't necessarily mean that she was kidnapped.
Oh, but I'm afraid it does, Johnny.
Was there a ransom note?
A ransom message, rather, on a tape recording device attached to his telephone, demanding $100,000.
I see.
By some coincidence, that is exactly the amount specified in the policy. Now, read it, please.
He insured her specifically against kidnapping?
It provides for immediate payment in cash, in unmarked bills of any amount up to and including $100,000 that may be demanded by the kidnappers.
But look here, Jeff.
It also states that under no circumstances are the press, the police, the FBI, or any other recognized law enforcement agency to be brought in until Mr. Looker has had ample opportunity to attempt payment of the ransom, and if possible, achieve return of the child. I told you it was unusual, Johnny.
Unusual? It's highly illegal, too.
Be that as it may, we are bound by its terms.
Well, then why call me in?
Well, fortunately, you are not one of the agencies of the law referred to.
Why under the sun would George ever issue a policy like this?
I told you, Johnny.
Yes, you told me. When was it issued?
Shortly after little Cynthia was born, which happened to be shortly after the Beeler kidnapping and the abduction and subsequent murder of the Hammerthwaite child. As you may remember, the Hammerthwaites refused to pay the ransom.
Yes, I do remember them both.
Well, can you blame Mr. Looker, then, for wanting such protection for Cynthia?
When is the money supposed to be paid? Did he tell you that?
Yes, tonight.
Where and how?
I don't know.
Where is Looker now?
On his way over here.
To pick up the money?
Yes, I have it all ready for him. But now, if he should find you here... Excuse me. Yes?
Mr. Looker is here to see you, Mr. Reed.
Just a moment, Sarah. Johnny.
I work here. I'm the one who had to go out and pick up the cash.
Oh, good. Very well, Sarah. Send him in, please.
Yes, sir.
Also, Jeff.
Yes?
I'm the one who's going to try to keep that cash from ever being paid out. The terms of that policy notwithstanding.
Well, now, look, Johnny. Oh, come in, Mr. Looker. Come in.
There was something familiar about Stephen Looker. The more I watched him and listened to him, the more I was sure of it. When Jeffrey Reed introduced me as an associate, he protested that it was a breach of the confidence stipulated in the insurance policy. But of course, it was too late to do anything about it. He simply warned me that if I, or Jeff either for that matter, if we made any attempt to contact the authorities, he'd have our heads, and I think he meant just exactly that.
Because I know about those dirty, rotten kidnappings. I've read all about them, so have you. And you know what happens if you don't do exactly what they say.
Well, don't believe everything you read, Mr. Looker.
It's easy for you to say, Mr. Dollar, is it?
Yes.
Because it isn't your kid, but I don't follow out their orders exactly in every way. They'll kill her. I know they will.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait, nothing. Cynthia's all I got in my life. She's the most wonderful kid alive, the sweetest, the prettiest, the most lovin'est little. She's all I got, don't you understand? And neither you or anybody else is going to let them take her away from me.
Mr. Looker, if you pay off once, don't you know that they'll try it again?
Not on me, they won't. Because I and Cynthia will be far away. You think I'd stay in a place like this, a country like this, after that?
Mr. Looker...
No. Don't try. Argue with me. It won't do any good. Just give me the money. Let me pay him off and get her back.
Well, of course, we are faced with the matter of proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
Proof that she was actually kidnapped.
What more kind of proof you want than this? You said you got a tape machine here in your office, Mr. Reed?
Yes, I have. Right over there.
Then put this on and play it back for this doubting Thompson or whatever he calls himself. Play back this tape recording and he'll see.
Very well, I shall.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just take me a moment to get it warmed up and ready.
Mr. Looker, why do you have your phone conversations taped?
Why not? Just a habit from the business I was in before I retired.
Oh? What kind of business?
Look, can't you think of anything better to do than ask a lot of silly questions at a time like this?
Well, it's something you'd rather not talk about.
Okay, it was radio and electrical stuff and tape recorders, that sort of thing.
I see.
When my wife died, rest her soul, right after Cynthia was born, and we come here to live in peace, I wasn't working anymore. Well, any reason why I shouldn't rig up a gadget to answer the phone while I was out? and rig it so as it could take down a message for me?
Does it also record conversations when you answer the phone?
Sure, if I wanted to. Why not?
I just wondered. I mean, outside of a business where it might be wise to have orders or contracts or legal commitments recorded.
I said I'm retired.
The only reason I can think of for an individual would be if he expects to be threatened or something and wants a record of it for the police.
Expects?
I mean, suppose he had contacts with people of questionable reputation.
What?
All ready when you are, gentlemen.
Then go ahead and start the tape. You wanted proof, Dollar. Now you'll get it.
All ready?
Right.
Very well. Hello, this is a recording. Hello. I'm not in right now, but any message you want to leave will be kept on tape for me when I get back. Go right ahead with your message. Well, that's real good. So listen, Mr. Looker. We got your baby, your little Cynthia. She's okay. She's alive and comfortable.
The kidnapper, Johnny.
Now,
Late, Jeff.
You do exactly what we tell you to, you'll get her back again tonight. You don't, you'll never see her alive. Now, all you got to do is this. Get all of 100 G's unmarked. You get that? Unmarked. And when you turn her over to us, we turn over the kid to you. We'll even let you get a look at her a couple of seconds before you hand us the money so you'll know we're on the level and she's okay.
Well, at least they...
But I want to warn you. Deliver the dough alone and don't try anything funny. If you call on the cops or anybody else, all you'll ever see is a dead body.
They would. They'd kill my little girl.
Wait, Mr.
All you got to do is this. Tonight, Mr. Looker. Tonight. Tomorrow's going to be too late. You put the dough in a regular paper bag, see? And exactly 11 o'clock tonight...
Stop the machine.
Bring it to the...
I'm taking no chances that you or anybody else can interfere.
He does have a point there, Johnny. If anyone interferes...
You bet I got a point.
All right. But, of course, the tape will have to be left here as evidence, Mr. Looker.
After I paid over the money. After I got my Cynthia back, then you can have it. Then if you want somebody to try and chase down these dirty crooks, that's up to you. But not until I get my little girl back.
Well, now, when you do get her back, since we're paying out all this money, you must let me know immediately.
Don't you worry. The second I get her back to the apartment, I'll call you. I'll have her talk to you so you'll be sure.
That's the Wakefield Tower.
That's right.
Good. They have a switchboard there.
What's the difference?
Well, as long as you make the call from there, from your own apartment, there'll be a record of it.
Splendid. And that will suffice for the evidence we'll need before we call in the police.
Okay. I'll do it just like you say. Now, give me the money, and the both of you better pray a little bit.
As soon as he left us, I took off after him on what proved to be the most unsuccessful tailing job you ever heard of. Within less than 5 minutes, I'd lost him completely. And why? Because he must have known it. He must have been afraid of what might happen to his daughter if somebody else tagged along with him. Or was it? Because it was just about then, a little bell in the back of my head suddenly rang out loud and clear. Steve Looker. Shifty Looker. To make sure, I passed up a couple of red lights to get to the public library before it closed. There in the old newspaper files, I found it. A story from September of 1954, Dateline Chicago. When they rounded up the old Maroney mob and took him to trial, only one man got off without a prison term. The one they called Shifty Looker, alleged to be the man who kept his pals informed about the cops by means of a clever, elaborate radio hookup, who jammed the police radio frequency whenever the gang was pulling a job. He got off the hook because he turned state's evidence, but Maroney, who drew a 7-year stretch, swore he'd get even. And Maroney had also been suspected of kidnapping. By the time I walked out of that library, the bell in the back of my brain was clanging like a fire alarm. Item 2, a dime for a call to police headquarters.
Maroney? Stinky Maroney?
That's right, Lieutenant.
Sure, you had a little organization out in Chicago.
Yes, I know.
Drew a 7-year stretch.
Do you know if he's out?
Well, I can check on it, Johnny. Might take me a couple of hours, though.
Lieutenant, I'll be sitting on your doorstep.
If you ever suffer a touch of arthritis or rheumatism and you've never tried Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub, you can't know how good its deep heating action can make you feel. As you massage it into painful areas, you feel its deep heating action. You know relief is on its way. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub is an extra strong combination of active ingredients for safe, temporary relief of minor arthritic rheumatic pain. Use greaseless, stainless Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub often.
Well, Lieutenant, Johnny, I've been staring at that teletype machine out there until I can't see straight. Still no word. Come on, boy. Sure you don't want to tell me what this is all about?
Sorry, Lieutenant.
Now, wait a minute. Are you thinking maybe Maroney might have some reason for coming here to Hartford?
I didn't say that.
Now, listen, Johnny, we've known each other too long. If you think that maybe Maroney has some reason for... Oh, now, hold the phone.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you by any chance just happen to know that one of his ex-pals just happens to be living here now?
No kidding.
That didn't sound very convincing, Johnny.
I don't know why not.
But his name is Stephen Looker. You know him?
Looker? Should I?
The one member of the mob that got off scot-free. Been here for years now, behaving like an angel. He and his little girl. So we haven't bothered him. But...
Yeah, but what?
Maroney had a grudge against him. Swore he'd get him.
So?
You know the worst thing Maroney could possibly do to Steve Looker?
Should I?
Well, if you really don't know him, I guess not. But I'll tell you, Johnny, the worst thing would be for him to harm that little girl. Money? No, Looker hasn't got much. But if one hair of his little girl's head is touched, listen, he's been a mother and a father and everything else to that pretty little kid. And like I say, he's kept his nose clean here in Hartford. So if Maroney is out... Okay, I know what I'm going to do.
What, Lieutenant?
Put a 24-hour watch over Steve Looker and the kid, beginning right now.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what for? Conroy,
will you take
here.
it easy for a minute?
Oh, you mean that's why you're so concerned about Maroney?
I didn't say that.
Then I'm saying it. Of course it is. But it's a police matter, Johnny.
Listen, Lieutenant.
So you just leave it up to me. Conroy! You call me, Lieutenant? Yeah? Come in here. Right, sir. Oh, and here's the telly you were waiting on. Good, let me see it. Oh. And, what do you want me for, Lieutenant? You, Conroy, not a thing. Not yet, that is. Not for a couple of weeks, so relax. Huh?
The teletype, Lieutenant.
Johnny, you can relax, too.
What do you mean?
Your friend Maroney doesn't get out of the pen until the 1st of next month.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Conroy, that's all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Johnny, you can just relax for 2 solid weeks.
I guess that teletype knocks a theory of mine. Oh, smoke. How blind can I be?
Now, listen, Johnny.
I'll see you later. Blind is right. Was it Maroney's imminent release from prison that gave him the idea? Or was it something that he'd planned all along? And now that Maroney was getting out, he was afraid to wait any longer. Anyhow, it all added up, and much too well. Steve Looker had no money. So how could a kidnapper expect anybody to come up with $100,000 in less than 24 hours? Unless he knew about that insurance policy. But that policy was a deep, dark secret. Yet by some coincidence, that ransom message demanded just exactly 100 G's. Coincidence? And his defensive attitude when he found me there in Jeffrey's office. Of course. He must have known who and what I am. As for his crack that after this was over, he and the youngster would be far, far away. Oh, you bet they would, with $100,000 in his kick. I didn't know where he'd hidden his child, away from his apartment for the day. I didn't care. I didn't know whose voice he'd used on the tape recording. I didn't care about that either, but to carry it off without creating suspicion, he would have to make that phone call to Jeff after 11 o'clock from his own apartment so that it would be on record. It also meant that he wouldn't dare pick up Cynthia and take her there until after 11. I tore on over to the Wakefield Towers, took the elevator up to his floor, and then...
Yes? Who is it?
Special delivery, Mr. Looker.
Okay. What do you want, Dollar?
Just to look at those handbags you're so busy packing.
Wait a minute, Dollar. I told you, I and the kid are going to get away from here as soon as I get her back.
I'm sure you would, too, with the 100,000, if you could. Now, just let's have a look at these bags, huh?
You're crazy, Dollar. That 100,000 is to pay off the ransom.
Is it, Shifty?
Shifty.
And what's it doing so carefully stashed away? Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see, Dollar. This thing has a silencer on it. You think I didn't know who you are this afternoon? What you were doing there? Think I wouldn't be ready and waiting for you?
And you still thought you could get away with this?
You bet I will. First, I give you one nice slug between the eyes. Right?
Just drop it, Shifty.
Cops.
That's right, cops. Lots of them. Gonna drop it, Shifty?
Oh, sure. I will.
Okay, boys, take him out to the car. Come on. And carefully. Watch it.
Well, what brought you here, Lieutenant?
Oh, you didn't spot the tail I put on you when you left headquarters.
Oh, no, I guess I didn't.
Oh, you're slipping, Johnny.
Yeah, but I'm glad you did. Thanks.
Pleasure.
Well, let's see now. Expense account total is exactly $4.40. Okay, Jeffrey, it's perfectly all right. As long as you don't forget my commission on just exactly 100,000 clams. Not bad, for a single day's work? I'll take it any time. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one of the cleverest, most diabolical weapons for murder I've ever seen. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone. Produced and directed by Bruno Zerato, Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Court Benson as Reed, Roger DeKoven as Steve Looker, Carl Frank as the police lieutenant, Ellen Manson as the voice on the tape, Guy Repp as Conroy, and Barbara Cassar as Sarah. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking.